1 second high. Shalom to the brethren. I'm running a little behind. I'm trying to get me something to eat real quick.
Sure. Bro, that don't sound good on there. Hey, bro, it sounds computerized when you got the music playing in the back.
What?
It was sounding all scratchy and computerized and all that old stuff. It wasn't sounding good on the coming through.
The music is?
Yeah, it didn't sound good coming through. It's not clear and choppy and computerized is what I'm saying. Huh?
Our voice. Is our voice is cool?
I can hear your voice. It got a little chop, but it ain't as bad as when the music playing with the, with the sounds and the music in the background. But I can hear
Right,
you.
yeah. Nah, man. I'm trying to entertain the people with the sound stuff. I get to the house. I had to stop at Sonic.
Right, I see you.
Order me something to eat real quick.
Right.
Hey, man. Shalom to the brethren. We're having some technical difficulties, man. I got an order that was pretty big, and I'm like, I need that little change real quick before I get out. I was supposed to, went back to the spot after the last one, but when I dropped it off, I got another order that was big. So I'm like, man, need that little change. So I'm a little behind up, but we actually could, if you want to, we could expound, you know what I'm saying, talk to the people for a second. And I'm just gonna grab this, go to the spot, hop on the Wi-Fi, and I'll be static at that point.
How about we just wait till you get to the house and then we can do that and go like that. That's how. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can do well. I tell you what. All right. I do a little scripture reading before we get to what we're gonna talk about. I'll give you some time to get to the house. I'm gonna go to. I wanted to bring out your Kazakal, Ezekiel 36.
Yeah.
Before we get into what we're gonna get into today. It's all in line with everything that's been said previously from the videos that we had beforehand. I think it's there 36. Yeah, man. So matter of fact, I'll explain to y'all. Well, I'm gonna start at 35, chapter 35, and go on 36. When I talk to the people, I just want to I want to bring this word out, edification. I want y'all to hear this real quick. So until we get to what we're doing. So what I'm gonna do while my Ak is going through what he's going through, you gotta feed him face, him hungry.
I don't have to eat really. I just wanted to have the food. So when I, go in, I go in. But I might just take a couple nibs since you read. Let me go ahead and excuse.
Yeah, go and get your nibble on, man. Get your nibble on. Ain't nothing wrong with getting them vittles, man. Make sure you wipe your face with them napkins so you don't have none of that mayonnaise and stuff all when you get that mustard. Coming here all mustard face. Talking about hallelujah. Praise y'all, ain't nothing wrong with it. I understand to the most high y'all the king. Shalom, Mishpachah. We back at it again. I'm about to do a little scripture reading with y'all today, man. So right now I'm going in the book of Ezekiel 35, and I'm gonna read it, and also 36. I want y'all to pay attention. I want y'all to hear the word of the Most High Yah as it go forth, and really pay attention and really hear it. So it says, "The word of Yahweh came to me, O mortal, of Ben Adam. Set your face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Say to it, Thus says Adonai Yahweh, I am going to deal with you, Mount Seir. I will stretch out my hand against you and make you an utter waste. I will turn your towns into ruins, and you shall be a desolation. Then you shall know that I am Yahweh. Because you harbored an ancient hatred and handed the people of Yasha'al over to the sword in their time of calamity, the time set for their punishment. But surely as I live, declares Adonai Yahweh, I will doom you with blood. Blood shall pursue you. I swear that. For your bloodthirsty hatred, blood shall pursue you. I will make Mount Seir an utter waste. I will keep all passerby away from it. I will cover its mountains with the slain. Men slain by the sword shall lie on your hills, in your valleys, and in all your watercourses. I will make you a desolation for all time. I will make you a desolation for all time. Your town shall never be inhabited, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. Because you thought the two nations, the two lands shall be mine, and we shall possess them. Although Yahweh was there, surely as I live, declares Adonai, Yahweh, I will act with the same anger and passion that you acted with in your hatred of them. The same energy that you had, I'm just to match that to you. And I will make myself known through them when I judge you. You shall know that I am Yahweh. You shall know that I, Yahweh, have heard all the taunts you uttered against the hills of Yasha'al. They have been laid waste. They have been given to us as prey. And you spoke arrogantly against me and multiplied your words against me. I've heard it. Thus said Yahweh Adonai, who it says, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make you a desolation. When the whole earth rejoices, when the whole earth rejoice, I will make you a desolation. As you rejoice when the heritage of the house of Yasha'al was laid waste. What is our heritage? The land. The land of Yasha'al, the land that's called after our forefathers, after our household. The land that the Most High Yah gave to us, Yasha'al and Jerusalem. I will make you a desolation as you rejoice when the heritage of the house of Yasha'al was laid waste. So will I treat you. The hill country of Shir and the whole of Adum, Edom. All of it shall be laid waste. And they shall know that I am Yahweh. My brother say Yahweh. 36. And you, O mortal, prophesy, speak. Banadam, speak to the mountains of Yasha'al and say, O mountains of Yasha'al, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus says Adonai Yahweh, because the enemy gloated over you. Aha, those ancient heights have become our possession. Therefore, prophesy and say, thus says Adonai Yahweh, just because they eagerly lusted or desired to see you become a possession of the other nations round and about, so that you have become the butt of gossip in every language and of the Jebes from every people. Truly you, mountains of Yasha'al, hear the word of Adonai Yahweh. Thus said Adonai Yahweh to the mountains and the hills, to the water courses and the valleys, and to the desolate waters and deserted cities, which have become a prey and a laughing stock to the other nations round about. Surely, thus says Adonai Yahweh, I have indeed spoken in my blazing wrath against the other nations, against all of Edom, Adum, which with wholehearted glee and with contempt have made my land a possession for themselves, for pasture and for prey. Jerusalem shall be trampled down until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Listen. I'm going to strike at 5 again. It's 36 and 5. Surely, thus says Adonai Yahweh, I have indeed spoken in my blazing wrath against the other nations and against all of Adum, which with wholehearted glee and with contempt have made my land a possession for themselves, for pasture and for prey. Yes, prophesy about the land of Yasha'al and say to the mountains of the hills and the hills, to the water courses and to the valleys. Thus said Adonai Yahweh, behold, I declare in my blazing wrath, because you have suffered the taunting of the nations. Thus said Adonai Yahweh, I hereby swear that the nations which surround you shall in their turn suffer this favor. But you, O mountains of Yasha'al, shall yield your produce and bear your fruit for my people, Yasha'al. The land that's desolate shall yield its fruit. For their return is near. For I will care for you. I will turn to you. You shall be tilled and sown. I will settle a large population on you, the whole house of Yasha'al. Not just one tribe, not just two, not just three, but 12 for the whole house. Let's go back. Let's rewind. Bring it back in, rewind. 36 and 8. 8. But you, O mountains of Yashar, shall yield your produce and bear your fruit for my people, Yashar, for their return is near. For I will care for you. I will turn to you, and you shall be tilled and sown. I will settle a large population on you, the whole house, Kol Bat Yashar, the whole house of Yashar. The town shall be resettled, and the ruined sites rebuilt. I will multiply men and beasts upon you for sacrifices, festivals, and they shall increase and be fertile. And I will resettle you as you were formerly, and will make you more prosperous than you were at first. And you shall know that I am Yahweh. Ani Yahweh. Ka'ani Yahweh. I will lead man, my people Yashar. I will lead man, my people Yashar, the sheep of my pastor, which are men. I will lead man, my people Yashar, to you, and they shall possess you. Possess what? Possess the land, the heritage. You shall be their heritage. Who is you? The land shall be your heritage, shall be our heritage, my heritage, your heritage, everybody's heritage. Check this out. And you shall not again cause them, the people, to be bereaved. Thus says Adonai Yahuwah, because they say to you, talking to the land, you are a land that devours men. You have been a bereaver of your nations. Assuredly, you shall devour men no more. You shall never again bereave your nation, declares Adonai Yahweh. No more will I allow the jibes of the nations to be heard against you. No longer shall you suffer the taunting of the peoples, and never again shall you cause your nations to stumble, declares Adonai Yahweh. This is good right here, y'all. This is the Basur. This is Basur. This is all part of it. This is salvation. This is us being delivered. But it's not because of your righteousness you being delivered and being brought back home. It's not because of that. It's not because of my righteousness. It's not because of nobody. It's because of his namesake he's doing this. He's going to tell you and let you know why he's doing it. The word of Yahweh came to me, O mortal, says, Ben Adam, when the house of Yahshua dwelt on their own soil, they defiled it. They defiled it with their ways and their deeds. Their ways were in my sight like the uncleanliness of a menstruous woman. So I poured out my wrath on them for the blood which they shed upon their land, and for the fetishes with which they defiled it. I scattered them among the nations, and they were disposed through the countries. I punished them in accordance with their ways and their deeds. But when they came to those nations, they caused my Kadash name to be profaned, in that it was said of them, these are the people of Yahweh. These are them. These are the people of Yahweh, yet they had to leave his land. That's them. Therefore, I am concerned for my Kadash name. That's what the Father says. I am concerned for my Kadash name, who you profane amongst the nations, which the house of Yashar have caused to be profaned among the nations to which they have come. Say to the house of Yashar, thus said Adonai Yahweh, not for your sake will I act, O house of Yashar, but for my Kadash name, which you have caused to be profaned among the nations to which you have come. I will sanctify my great name, which has been profaned among the nations, among whom you have caused it to be profaned. And the nation shall know that I am Yahweh, declares Adonai Yahweh, when I manifest my Kadashness before their eyes through you. Through you how? I will take you from among the nations and gather you from the countries, and I will bring you back to your own land. I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and you shall be clean. I will cleanse you from all your uncleanliness and from all your fetishes, and I will give you a new heart and put a new ruach within into you. I will remove the heart of stone. I will remove the heart of stone from your body and give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my ruach into you. Thus, I will cause you to follow my laws and loyally observe my rules in the land. Then you shall dwell in the land. See, then you shall dwell in the land which I gave to your fathers, and you shall be my people, and I will be your Allah. And when I have delivered you from all your uncleanliness, I will summon the grain and make it abundant, and I will not bring famine upon you. I will make the fruit of your trees and the crops of your fields abundant, so that you shall never again be humiliated. Key word. You shall never again be humiliated. Shout out to Elder Yahawadah and his wife. My elder, he be speaking about the humiliation of Zion. Yah's restoring us. He said, you will never again be humiliated before the nations because of famine. Then you shall recall your evil ways and your base conduct, and you shall loathe yourselves for your iniquities and your abhorrent practices, because he's fit to show you good. And you can be like, dang, I was tripping. We was tripping. We was tripping. Look how good y'all's doing. Look at all the good that y'all showing us and doing, man. We was tripping. He gonna cause you to remember. You know how you think about it, you can get you crying and weeping, and it said you're gonna loathe yourselves for your iniquities and your abhorrent practices. Not for your sake will I act. I'm not doing this for your sake. Listen, he said this. I ain't said this. I'm just a speaker. He said, not for your sake will I act, declares Adonai Yahweh. He said, take good note. Take good note of what? Take good note that I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for my name's sake. Take good note. Be ashamed and humiliated because of your ways, O house of Yahshua, all 12. Every last one of y'all. Be ashamed and humiliated. Humble yourself. We all must humble ourselves, especially in this time. We in the season of Day of Atonement of Yom Kippur, where we are supposed to humble ourselves. It's a day of confession, a day of introspection, confessing our faults and iniquities and confessing it to Abba and acknowledging these things. Thus says Adonai Yahweh, when I have cleansed you of all your iniquities, I will people your settlements, and the ruined places shall be rebuilt, and the desolate land, after laying waste in the sight of every passerby, shall again be tilled. And man shall say, that land, once desolate, has become like the Garden of Eden.
Hallelujah.
It's awesome. Hallelujah. For his name.
Real quick, was you reading in Isaiah where it said the time of Gentiles be fulfilled?
Isaiah, well, I'm in Ezekiel right now. Was talking about how they go.
I heard you say that. You did it.
I'm about to go. I'm about to think about it. I was in what we in I believe I was in Ezekiel when I was trying to make that because I read to you the other day this right here to let you know that they took it as their own possession.
So Hamashiach was quoting that?
Hamashiach was I mean, we got the prophets right here. It says that they took it. He's speaking right now. This the word saying that they took it upon themselves as their own possession. They took it as their own possession. Matter of fact, huh?
Was you quoting Hamashiach or reading it verbatim when you said
The first time when we had that conversation, we were talking about Hamashiach when he was telling the disciples about the destruction of Jerusalem and what was going to
right,
happen.
right,
Yeah. So, and then for a precept, went to the prophets, to the law, and to the prophets. It says that the people, the Most High, is going to destroy them because they took it upon themselves. It says let's get there. Let me go to it real quick. Got me on the road. Huh?
I didn't hear it. I said I didn't mean to throw you off whatever, but I thought you was what you reading. I thought read until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. That's why I was asking, like, is
No,
that
I made mention of that in the process of
okay?
reading
All right, yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
tie that
I
back
get it
in.
now.
Yeah, to
I
do the
get it now.
timing. Yeah, yeah. Confirming
Okay.
that we took it upon as a possession of themselves. Yeah. So but here, let me go to it real quick, man. I'll find it real quick, man. It was on 35 and then all right. All right, we continue. Here it is. Okay, because the prophet said, okay. Prayer lab and stock and surely that says, I don't know, Yahweh, I have spoken my blazing wrath and my anger against the nations, against all of Edom. And yeah, there it is. Surely, thus says, I don't know, Yahweh. This is Ezekiel 35 and 5. Surely, thus says, I don't know, Yahweh, I have indeed spoken in my blazing wrath against the other nations and against all of Edom, which with wholehearted glee and with contempt have made my land a possession for themselves, for pasture and for prey. Yes, prophesy about the land of Yashan and say to the mountains and the hills and watercourses and the valleys, that says Adonai Yahweh, behold, I declare my blazing wrath because you have suffered the taunting of the nations. Thus says Adonai, I swear that the nations which surround you shall in turn suffer this favor. So yeah, he's bringing it back upon. He's saying this is future. It happened. This is a future thing, and it's going to happen. It's about to happen. And he was talking about how the land of that our return is near. But back to where did you get it? You get what I was saying? You get what we're saying? What we're saying, though?
Yeah, I tell you that. What I heard you saying, I was thinking you was reading that, but I guess you was precepting that with what Hamashiach said.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What I'm saying, I'm thinking you had read that somewhere in Ezekiel about the Gentiles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying about the
All right.
Gentile. Well, you probably heard when I was when I made mention of that, like a little side note, made mention. See, as the Yahushua shall be trampled down by the
Yeah.
Gentiles to the
I
Gentiles.
didn't catch the live note part. I thought you was reading that live.
Right, and the only reason why it's being trampled down by the Gentiles is because they took it as a possession of themselves.
Right. Yeah, I
Right.
get that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Put your prayers in, man, so we can hop on this Nehemiah, man. Get started with the people. We about 20
Yeah,
in.
let me finish this real quick. Let me finish
All right.
reading this right quick. So I'm gonna start back at I'm in 36 and 32 is where I'm gonna start at. I'm almost finished. It says, not for your sake will I act, declares Adonai Yahweh. Take good note. Be ashamed and humiliated because of your ways, O house of Yahshua. Thus says Adonai Yahweh, when I have cleansed you of all your iniquities, I will people your settlements, and the ruined places shall be rebuilt. And the desolate land, after laying waste in the sight of every passerby, shall again be tilled. And men shall say, that land, once desolate, has become like the Garden of Eden. And the cities, once ruined, desolate, and ravaged, are now populated and fortified. And the nations that are left around you shall know that I, Yahweh, have rebuilt the ravaged places and replanted the desolate land. I, Yahweh, have spoken and will act. Thus said Adonai Yahweh. Moreover, in this I will respond to the house of Yasha'al and act for their sake. I will multiply their people like sheep. As Jerusalem is filled with sacrificial sheep during her festivals, so shall the ruined cities be filled with flocks of people, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. First of all, let's get this clear real quick before we move on. 38 said, and as Jerusalem is filled with her sacrificial sheep during her festivals. I know a lot of people say, hey, we got to, we're so used to doing things according to how the Gentiles doing it, follow their old pagan ways and holidays and all of those stuff, but we got to keep the feast day. Well, let me tell you something. This land is given to that principality. That's why they follow what they follow and do what they do. We are people that's been scattered from our heritage and brought into the nations. And why? Our people wanted to worship strange deities on Yah's land, so the Most High punished them and sent them into a strange land to worship wood and stone. But now that we turn it back to the Most High wholeheartedly, he's going to replant. He's going to uproot us and plant us back into our own land, where we will continue to keep those things that the Most High intended for us to keep in the beginning, before our ancestors walk contrary to the instructions and the teachings that the Most High given them. So, when y'all have time, y'all go and read Ezekiel 35 and 36 and pay attention to what's being said. Hallelujah. I'm esteem the Yahweh. So that's it. So we're going to get into Nehemiah. You ready now,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, I ain't trying to rush or nothing. You can take your time. We can take our time, man. We can take our time. I just thought, people
okay.
Never know.
Okay, well, with that being said, I just want to, like I say, I want to pinpoint this thing again too, man. It's good that we learning about the feast days and things like that, and learning about what to do and what's the instructions of it. Mind you, real quick, I want to go somewhere real quick. Dabarim, I'm gonna go to Dabarim real quick 6. And the reason why I'm doing this, I want y'all to pay close attention. For them to have ears to hear, let them hear. With that being said, I want to say this, share this with y'all. All esteem to y'all. All right. So, real quick, I'm gonna read Dabarim, since you said I can take my time. I'm gonna read one chapter. That's it. One chapter. So it's Dabarim verse chapter 5. It says Moshe summoned. Moshe summoned.
Let me share it. Let me share it for the people so they can see what it is.
They can see what it is. They need to get their books out and read along if that's the case.
Well, you know how people, man.
I'm saying. That's the goal, to get them to study the rule, stir them up.
Deuteronomy what?
Chapter 5. Dabarim chapter 5.
5:1.
Yeah, start from 1. All right. Dabarim chapter 5 reads, Moshe summoned all B'nai Yashar and said to them, Hear, O Yashar, the laws and rules that I proclaim to you this day. Study them and observe them loyally. Yahweh, our mighty one, has made a covenant with us at Horeb. It was not with our fathers that Yahweh made this covenant, but with us, the living, every one of us who was here today. Face to face, Yahweh spoke to you on the mountain out of the fire, talking to us, and stood between you. He said, I stood between Yahweh and you at that time to convey Yahweh's word to you, for you were afraid of the fire and did not go up to the mountain, saying, I, Yahweh, am your mighty one who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, the house of bondage. You shall have no other mighty one besides me. You shall not make for yourself a sculptured image, any likeness of what is in the Shemayim above, or on the earth below, or in the waters below the earth. You shall not bow down to them or serve them. For I, Yahweh, your mighty one, is in passion all, or what people say jealous, zealous, in passion all, visiting the iniquity or guilt of the parents upon the children, upon the third and fourth generation of those who reject me, but showing kindness to the 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not swear falsely by the name of Yahweh, the mighty one, for Yahweh will not clear one who swears falsely by his name. Observe the Sabbath day to keep it Kadash, as Yahweh your mighty one has commanded you. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work, but the 7th day is the Shabbat of Yahweh your mighty one. You shall do no work, you, your son, or your daughter, your male or your female slave, your ox or your ass, or any of your cattle, or the stranger in your settlements, so that your male and female slave may rest as you do. Remember that you were a slave in the land of Mitzrayim, and Yahweh your mighty one freed you from there with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm. Therefore, Yahweh your mighty one has commanded you to observe the Sabbath day. Honor your father and your mother, as Yahweh your mighty one has commanded you, that you may long endure, and that you may fare well in the land that Yahweh your mighty one is assigning to you. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. You shall not crave your neighbor's house, or his field, or his male or female slave, or his ox, or his ass, or anything that is your neighbor's. Listen, Yahweh spoke these words, those and no more, to your whole congregation at the mountain with a mighty voice out of the fire and the dense clouds. Pay attention. He inscribed them on 2 tablets of stone, which he gave to me. When you heard the voice out of the darkness, while the mountains were ablaze with fire, you came up to me, all your tribal heads and elders, and said, Yahweh Eloheinu has just shown us his majestic presence, and we have heard his voice out of the fire. We have seen this day that man may live, though Elohim has spoken to him. Let us not die then, for this fearsome fire will consume us if we hear the voice of Yahweh Eloheinu any longer. We shall die. For what mortal ever heard the voice of the living Elohim speak out of the fire as we did and live? You go closer and hear all that Yahweh our mighty one has said. Then you tell us everything that Yahweh our mighty one tells you, and we will willingly do it. Yahweh heard the plea that you made to me. And Yahweh said to me, I have heard the plea that this people made to you. They did well to speak thus. May they always be of such mind. Such mind of what? To revere me and follow all my commandments. Not man's commandments, but all my commandments, said Yahweh, that it may go well with them and with their children forever. This is the heart that the Father wants us to have. Listen, go say to them, return to your tents, but you, Moshe, remain here with me and listen, and I will give you the whole instructions, the laws, and the rules, judgments, listen, that you shall impart to them for them to observe in the land that I am giving them to possess. Be careful then to do as Yahweh your mighty one has commanded you. Do not turn aside to the right or to the left. Follow only the path that Yahweh your mighty one has adjoined upon you, so that you may thrive and that it may go well with you and that you may long endure in the land you are to possess. What, my question to my brothers, my intelligent brothers and my intelligent sisters, why did our people get kicked out of the land? Because, I'm going to give you the answer. Because they did not keep the commandments that was given to them by Yahweh through Moshe. He just told them, Moshe, stay here, come up here, and I'm going to give you the rest of the instructions, the whole law that you ought to teach them that they ought to keep in the land. This is before, listen, the instructions he gave them before he gave them the instructions about feast days. It's the truth. Follow the steps. Line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. That's how he teaches knowledge to the people that come weaned off the breast. It says it right here, point blank and simple. Anybody say something is, they add, now they're taking away, man, and we ain't to do that. So what the Most High is going to do is take us from this place and put us back in the land. We just read in Ezekiel that he's going to sprinkle clean water upon us and make us clean. He ain't doing it for our sakes. He's doing it for his name's sake. So now what we got to do is reevaluate the teaching that we've been taught over the years that people have been telling us about these things. We just read in the law and the prophets what the Most High said he's going to do in the future, what he's about to do. I'm not making this up. I'm just a vessel and a messenger bringing this. I'm Ben Adam, just like y'all, you human beings. That's the word what they use for human beings. I'm Ben Adam. I'm here to tell you this is what it is, and to make it clear. And as you read the instructions, and for those that be tripping and acting like they don't know how to comprehend, when you read instructions, it gives you step by step, right? You got to read line on line for the first instruction, the second instruction, the third instruction. Like if you're trying to build a bookshelf or something, they give you instructions on what to do and how to build it. So you got to follow the instructions in order for that bookshelf to be complete like it's supposed to be, so it can be functional like it's supposed to be functional. You can skip steps and think you got it, and then you got it all lopsided and all. You know what I mean? You got to follow the instruction the way he said it. Don't add to or take away, man. And what I'm saying is the feast days are to be kept in Jerusalem, man. That's just how it is. That's how it is. We learning these things so we can get familiar and learn these things. We got away from that stuff. We learn about these things, but the whole thing about it is for us to do this when we can have this and we have the same muscle. When we go into the land, we can operate properly. The Most High already said that He's gonna take away the stony heart and give us a heart of flesh. He's gonna sprinkle us with clean water. He already said it in His Word, man. He declared it from the beginning. He told you what He's gonna do and how He's gonna do it, and He told us the reason why He's doing it, not for our sake, but for His name's sake. And then He said, and the reason why we're gonna be loathing ourselves for the iniquity and stuff like that, because we better see how good the Most High is, man. All this stuff we done been through so much, and the Most High done already punished us. He said, "For you, no more shall you suffer humiliation." That's what He just said in Ezekiel. Go back and read it. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not coming with my own doctrine or my own ideas of things. I'm saying what thus said Yahweh. That's written in His Word. I'm just saying, bro. So we're gonna go on to the next. I just want to share that with my family, man. I love y'all. That's the only reason I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this to get no followers of myself. I'm not doing this to get no money out of y'all. I ain't asked y'all for nothing. I'm just over here trying to share something of substance to y'all. That's it. Because I love you. We a nation. We a people. If you in trouble, I'm in trouble. Because we a nation. It ain't no, oh, that's only him. They only coming after him. They coming after him. They mean they coming after me too. Like it's all been set up against us as a people. I don't care if you think it ain't for you, it's for you. If they can come get you, they'll come get you.
Not gonna be able to bootlick your way out of this.
No, man. We a people, man. We a nation. And as a brother keeper, that's my job. It's my job to feed the sheep. It's my job to feed the lambs. It's my job. That's my job, man. I want y'all to do me the same way. Share the real, the truth, but prove it. Prove all things. Hold fast to that which is good and true. I just proved it. It's in the Word. Anybody that say other than what I just shared with you, according to the Word, they're the liars. To the law and to the testimony. If they don't speak in regards to this, because there's no light in them. All that other stuff is over with, man. Time is up. It's time to get it right, man, and wholeheartedly seek the Most High. That's the only way we're going to do it. But the Most High going to bring us all out. He going to bring us out. He going to purge rebels. It shouldn't even be, to be honest with you, it really even shouldn't be no rebels. We done been through so much, double butt whipping. You whoop it over there, and then you're going to go over there and then not coming to get to the land because you want to rebel, and that's crazy. Listen to what he's saying, man. We got to do it according to his instructions. That's the reason why our ancestors got kicked out of the land, because they was doing things their way and not Yah's way. It's not about establishing our own righteousness. People got a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. This right here that's written is knowledge for you to receive and to have, so you can know what to do and how to do. That's what these things are written for. But a lot of people just go by and listen to people preach and teach and don't even know. How can you try the Spirit by the Spirit if you don't even have the Spirit at all to even try anything? And the Spirit, the Most High Yah's words are spirit and life. So the words itself is spirit. So how can you fight against whatever somebody's saying that may sound good without having Yah's sayings that is good to fight against? The falsehood. That's all I'm saying, man. The truth is what set us free. The Most High said that if you do, the Most High and Mashiach said, if you abide in my word and my word abide in you, you shall know the truth, and truth shall set you free, make you free. Listen to what he said. Deuteronomy is dabarim, and dabar mean words. So dabarim is words. If you abide in my, so in other words, he can be saying, if you abide in my dabar, or abide in my dabarim, then my dabarim abide in you, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, man. Listen. All right.
I
Go
heard
ahead.
a guy translate the names of the first 5 books in Hebrew, and it translates to, "These are the words he spoke to us in the wilderness."
Right. And the reason why he was speaking them into the wilderness is to get them prepared to go and occupy the land for the inheritance. That's the
Mm.
reason why we in the wilderness right now. Listen, we going back to this floor to get these teachings. All right, what did you say the wilderness was? Break that down for him again.
Oh man, I said it's a cold place of no, it's a dark drip. Something like that, man. I was in the heat of the moment when I said that thing. I can't go back and retrace them steps.
That was good, but you were saying that the desert is a dry place, is a and you were saying something about in the desert it can be scary and dry. You think can die, but it's a dry place. Now in it,
Metaphorically, characteristics of a wilderness.
right. So in this wilderness, in this place over here, this place is dry. Dry of what? Dry of the fountain of living waters. Dry from the water, the living waters that come from the Most High. You see what I'm saying? They have these peaches then dug out cisterns that can't hold water and been teaching the people. And the people been wandering around, groping in daylight, thinking that they highly favored and blessed, right? Highly favored and blessed, not knowing they wretched. Ain't really standing on nothing.
They can't hold the old wine skins.
Right. Drought. Having no water, no living water.
Into new wine skins.
Having no water. Dry, no water, needing this living water. This is the living water right here. They was taught this in the wilderness. Better sheep.
In fact, since we do
Shemot don't even mean Exodus. Shemot, it means names. In the beginning, the names, the character that he called out, Uyakri, and he called out in the wilderness.
He called the names in the wilderness. I mean, he said it. It's been a while since I heard him say it, but
right. And Dabarim, give me the words. If you abide in my words abide in you, then you will know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. How do you know? That's how we found out. How did we find out about, how the church system put together that little tithe principle and saying, they try to say that the laws are done away with, yet they want to use Malachi and say if a man don't pay his tithes, he robbing God. That's how they talk. But yet, how did we find out that we was doing it wrong and we ain't supposed to be paying tithes to anybody, and the tithes went to a certain person and stuff by his Torah, by his word? That's how we found out the truth, and it set us free from that bondage, that captivity of idea and thought that they put. The Torah, bro, it's all here. It's right here. Even in the 5, it's right here. He gave us instructions. What I just read with you in Dabarim 5. Hold on, what I just read to y'all in Deuteronomy 5. Going on what he said Moshe, he gave him the 10 words. That's all they heard. The 10 words, nothing else. They stopped it. They was like, oh, we can't do this no more. Moshe, you know what? You go and let him tell you. And whatever you tell us, we'll do it. That's what they said. They lied, but that's what they said. And then he went up. The Most High heard, said, I heard they plead. Moshe, come up here and I'm gonna give you the rest of the instructions, the rest of the Torah, for you to teach them that they to observe in the land specifically. These are specifics. People overread and it just go over their head like a shower nozzle. Eyes to see, but they don't see because he didn't give them eyes to see. For those that were seeking and searching for the Most High to have eyes to see, he'd open their eyes and even their ears too. It's the truth. It's right. It's been right there in front of us for all this time, man. We've been reading over this and we've been doing things the way we've been doing our way. Now we got to do it his way. So now we crying in this wilderness, in this place to return back to Abba Yah, to bring us back home, that we may occupy in the land that he has given us, so we can live the life and do everything according to how he said. And then this is what consolation we have is that he said he's gonna do it, but he ain't doing it for our sakes. He's doing it for his name's sake. Which I'm glad. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad. Tudayah, but he said we're gonna loathe ourselves for the iniquity and uncleanness and fetishes that we done. Because Yah is good, man. I mean, Yah is totally awesome. We about to read that in Nehemiah, man, how awesome Yah is, and that the Most High Yah, listen to the prayers that Nehemiah and them pray too. Like, watch what they doing. Pay attention. This stuff ain't written for nothing. It's for purpose. It's a purpose in all of it.
I think we might should do the Nehemiah thing separate, man, because we like 40 minutes in this thing right here. The minutes
Okay.
into it. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it, I want the people to, when we come in, to get them, you know, straight into it or a little closer into it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's two different topics right now. Or I don't know. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Don't worry about it. You want to play us in or?
Okay. Baruch Atah Yahweh Eloheinu Melech HaOlam. Bless you, Father Yahweh, King and ruler of the world, of the universe. Abba Yahweh, we ask you that by your great Ruach HaKodesh, Yahweh, you will lead us and guide us in all your truth, and you'll bring forth your word through us to the people that they may be fully edified, that they will be enlightened, that eyes that was blinded will be open, and ears that was deaf that will hear. Father Yah, and that we ask you also by your great Ruach HaKodesh that you would deliver from oppression in any form that we're going through for those that are really seeking your name, seeking you, and seeking to do those things that are pleasing to you right now, Yahweh. We thank you for your word. We thank you for enlightening us of things that's to come. And we thank you for your mercy, your compassion that you have shown. We thank you that you didn't totally eradicate us and destroy us like we could have been like Sodom and Gomorrah, but you didn't destroy because you're the same and you love us and you have mercy toward us. And we thank you for that, Yahweh. We thank you that you have mercy to the 1,000 generations of love you and keep your commandments. We thank you for that, Yahweh. To the Rabbah, Yahweh, we give you honor. We praise your name. We don't lift our name. We don't give our praise or sacrifice of praise and thanksgiving to any idols like we once did, and how our forefathers did when they were sacrificing idols to devils, and we was following suit because we were children of them and wasn't taught any better. Or even if we was taught any better, how we transgressed and did things and followed the dictates of our own heart. Yeah, in this time we come to you confessing these things, asking you to fully forgive us that we may be at one with you as you make atonement for us. And we thank you for Mashiach, Yahushua HaMashiach. Father Yahweh, your will be done on the rest as it is in Shamayim. Forgive us of our trespasses, and we forgive those that trespass against us, Father Yahweh. We thank you, Abba Yah. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us of our trespasses, and we forgive those that trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation. Keep us from the hour of trial. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the Malchut, the power, and the Kabul, the esteem, forever and ever. Bahasham Yahushua Mashiach name we pray. We thank you, Abba Yah. Hallelujah. So be it. Let it be so.
Hallelujah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hallelujah.
All right, now, oh, Nehemiah, the story of our brother Nehemiah. Here we got. This is he's in captivity. The story takes place of the brother in captivity.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't just your regular captive. He in the White House.
Yeah.
Sitting around with the president. The president like him, you know, he a good dude. Kind of sad. He like, what's wrong? Nehemiah, what's wrong? He said, man, my people doing bad out here, man. I gotta go restore my people. He was in such good standing because the Most High made way for him to be where he at in the position he was in a time like it was to do the kind of things he was able to do. You know, the Most High made his enemies to be at peace with him. You know, so long story short, he compelled the king to assist him with certain items to help him go and restore, you know, the walls of Jerusalem. I think the temple too, right?
Yeah, they fixed up the walls of Jerusalem, and I think they rebuilt the temple. Yeah, the temple walls and temple. Yeah, because there was a lot of breaches.
Yeah. So, you know, and you have to understand that from the captivity, we got a lot of similarities with them. They had started speaking other languages, the language of the heathen. They had taken into certain ways of the heathen. And Nehemiah, who wanted to please the Most High and who heard all the old stories of the wilderness, how people came out and the King David and about the days of old, you know, and being a zealous zealous brother. He came to restore the order, man. He ain't take no, ain't no compromising with Nehemiah. That's why I gotta bring this thing out, man. You know, in this day and age, we so worried about feelings and emotions. Don't hurt nobody. Everybody's all sensitive, man. I ain't no time for all that. The heathens ain't gonna be sensitive when they knocking on your doors till you come out. They don't care about the young or the old, man. So the best way to fight against that, man, is to refrain from sin. And you're not gonna be able to refrain from sin out here being sensitive, scary. Gotta be zealous for the Most High Yah, man, at all costs, man. Anyway, man, get on into it, man. You got anything to say about Nehemiah?
Now, sir, you covered it whole thing in the thing. I'm just gonna read for you and be a service to you, Mark. Aki.
All right, well,
Yes, sir.
yeah, Nehemiah 1.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
All right. Nehemiah. The narrative of Nehemiah, son of Hilkiah, in the month of Kislev of the 12th year, when I was in the fortress of Shushan, Hanani, one of my brothers, together with some men of Yehuda, arrived, and I asked them about the Yehudim, the remnant who have survived the captivity, and about Jerusalem. They replied, the survivors who have survived the captivity there in the province are in dire trouble and disfavor. Jerusalem's wall is full of breaches, and its gates have been destroyed by fire. When I heard that, I sat and wept and was in mourning for days, fasting and praying to the Allah of Shemaim. I said, Yahweh, Allah of Shemaim, great and awesome, who stays loyal to his covenant with those who love him and keep his commandments. Let your ear be attentive and your eyes open to receive the prayer of your servant that I am praying to you now, day and night, on behalf of Benai Yasha'al, your servants, confessing the sins that Benai Yasha'al have committed against you, sins that I and my father's house have committed. We have offended you by not keeping the commandments, the laws, and the rules that you gave to your servant Moshe. We just read it. Be mindful of the promises you gave to your servant Moshe. If you are unloyal, unfaithful, I will scatter you among the peoples. But if you turn back to me faithfully, loyally, keep my commandments, even if you're dispersed or at the ends of the earth, I will gather them from there and bring them to the place where I have chosen to establish my name.
Look, on that 9, man.
Uh-huh.
This little section right here is so many times in the scriptures.
Right.
But ye turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them. So having to turn, meaning you already done went off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you the rules. Even when you mess them up, man, if you come back, man.
Right.
It's always, man, ain't no excuse for people, man, besides just being too damn hard-headed, too damn stupid. But yeah, go ahead.
That's right. To show, turn, and keep my commandments and do them. It says, I'm gonna read it 9, just like he said. Hold on, wait. Let me see. I'll say, but if you turn back to me and loyally keep my commandments, even if you're dispersed or at the end of the earth, I will gather them from there and bring them to the place where I have chosen to establish my name. For they are your servants and your people whom you have redeemed by your great power and your mighty hand. O Adonai, let your ear be attentive to the prayer of your servant and to the prayer of your servants who desire to hold your name in awe. Grant your servant success today and dispose that man to be compassionate toward him. I was the king's cupbearer at the time. That's chapter 1.
That's what we pray. We pray that the Abba strengthen our hands to be able to help his people, man.
Mm-hmm.
The people that rule over the people are leading them astray with all manner of folly and wickedness and leaving them ill prepared to be able to resist the wiles of Satan. These idols. It's folly out here. 2.
In the month of Nisan, in the 12th year of King Xerxes, wine was set before him. I took the wine and gave it to the king. I had never been out of sorts in his presence. The king said to me, how is it that you look bad, though you are not ill? It must be bad thoughts. I was frightened, but I answered the king, may the king live forever. How should I not look bad when the city of the graveyard of my ancestors lies in ruins, and its gates have been consumed by fire? The king said to me, what is your request? With a prayer to the Allah of Shemaim, I answered the king, if it please the king, and if your servant has found favor in you with you, send me to Yahuda, to the city of my ancestors' graves, to rebuild it.
Uh,
Mhm.
Break that four down for the people, man.
The king said to me, what is your request? With a prayer to Allah of Shemaim, so when the king, is that what you're talking about before? Is that what he's saying on that one?
Yeah, I wanted to kind of
He
expound
prayed.
on the significance of what happened in four, because four is powerful, man.
Right. In the midst of when the king asked him, what did he do? He prayed. That means he was within himself. He prayed. He was asking Abba to give him strength and give him what to ask for and how to do it. He prayed to the father of Shemaim, and then he made his request. So he first requested and asked the true king
He
to
had
so
previously played as well, too, though. He
yeah,
asked
oh
back at the end in the one when
yeah.
he about the news he prayed. And
Right.
all of a sudden, he go to King like, what's wrong? What you gonna do? And he
Right.
prayed again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to point that out, man. You know,
That's good. Now that's good that you pointed out. It's like, with situations you're going through, like I've go through, praying about something beforehand, and then when you're in the presence of that thing, praying right then and there in the presence of that thing, and then handling the situation.
it's,
Uh-huh. Yeah, I caught that out. I appreciate that, brother. Um, he said, verse 5 says, I answered the king, if it please the king, and if your servant has found favor with you, send me to Yahuda, to the city of my ancestors' graves, to rebuild it. Now, let me correct something. We asked earlier, he said something about the temple. So he wasn't building the temple, he was building the graves and the fences and Jerusalem. He rebuilt it. The city of his ancestors, the graves he rebuilt to rebuild. Okay. Chapter verse 6 says, with the consort, that's his wife, the king's wife, sat at his side. The king said to me, how long will you be gone and when will you return? So it was agreeable to the king to send me, and I gave him a date. Then I said to the king, if it please the king, let me have letters to the governors of the province of beyond the river, directing them to grant me passage until I reach Yahuda. Likewise, a letter to Asaph, the keeper of the king park, directing him to give me timber, I'm talking about timber for roofing the gatehouses of the temple, for fortress and the city walls, and for the house I shall occupy. The king gave me these, thanks to my Allahi benevolent care for me. Got the tongue tied, got stumbling a little bit like motion. The king gave me these, thanks to my Allah's benevolent care for me. When I came to the governors of the province of beyond the river, I gave them the king's letters. The king also sent army officers and cavalry with me. When Sanballat, the Horonite, and Tobiah, the Ammonite, servant heard, it displeased them. Listen, it displeased them greatly that someone had come intent on improving the condition of B'nai Yashar, or the children of Israel, the Israel.
man, he just hate to see us because listen, they know this is what I want people to understand. It's not just white supremacy, man.
That's right. Speak on it.
Terrorized all the heathen.
Right.
When you read about the 12 patriarchs, read about Abraham, it was all fighters, man. Don't get this whole Bible movie stuff because the Bible movies ain't telling you about all the people Abraham killed. They ain't telling you about all the people Isaac killed, all the people Jacob killed, all the people his sons killed. He killed these people's great greats. So they hate us. And it's been storied about how the Most High deal with us. And then you got to think, these other nations' gods are the fallen.
Hmm.
well, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's just deep, man. The regular mind ain't gonna really even get it. A regular Christian ain't gonna understand about the fallen being gods to the other nations and all. But it just these people know, man. It's bigger than just white people, man. This is a spiritual warfare that's placed on these people's minds to hate us as a nation. That's why when they hear about just improve, the man want to fix the graves, and they got a problem.
Right.
To do anything to improve the welfare of the children of Yasharal, man. It's a problem. Just like with Pharaoh, just the thought of us leaving them was a problem. It just had plagues, and their children died, and swarms of locusts and frogs, all manner of stuff because of us. They still want to go. They risk body and limb just to keep us in bondage.
Mm.
Serious this thing is, man. Yeah. All right.
I'm glad you brought that out too, man. About that, it ain't just white supremacy, man. It's all the nations, the heathens, everybody outside of us. That's whether you want to say it like the black man, white man, yellow man, all them men. These are the Horite. If I'm not mistaken, the Samballot and the Horonite, them they part of the African, some of the Hamite people, ain't it? And if I'm just saying, I'm
They
asking a
call
question.
the Canaanites, man, because the area was really mainly dealing with the Canaanite peoples. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole area over there. Ishmael was kind of further out to the east. Um, but his people rarely came in, like you don't even speak about Ishmaelites like that. And then the other Abraham's other kids and all that, like you don't really hear about them. But a lot of these people, when you do the history on them, like the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines and all this stuff, they go back to Canaan, not the Ham in general, but the Canaan specifically.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's all Canaan's children, man, and they pissed at Shem for getting the inheritance. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole, it's a whole, man.
Ancient history, man.
Ancient uh beefs passed down. You know what I'm saying? Cain hated um
Abel,
not Abel. He didn't have kids. Um uh the other one.
Lemuel.
Seth. Cain hated Seth and his children. Cain's children hated Seth's children. You know what I'm saying? Noah came out of Seth's children. So then you got the whole, Ham, Shem, Japheth. They had beefs because Ham's children stole Shem's children inheritance. If if you read Jasher, it talks about how the three sons made a covenant to split the lands up, all the
Mm-hmm.
land, and Ham went against the covenant. That's why people don't know why the Israelites always warred with all these nations. Partially because they was in the wrong land. They have no business in their land.
Mm-hmm.
They inherited that land from Shem. It was rightfully theirs, and the Canaanites took it.
Right.
So it just kept being a beef and a beef until they eventually pushed them all out of their lands. If I am mistaken, uh, uh,
Pharaoh.
we eventually inherit all of Canaan's portion. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Because I think the Canaanites made some kind of a deal or something. I don't know. I'm going too much.
Yeah, but like Jay, I was gonna say real quick, just a little side note before we get back on track. We doing a little rabbit trail, but we're gonna get back on track. The Pharaoh. That's why have people ever really just noticed in the book of Genesis, for those that maybe don't read Joshua and Jubilees and stuff like that, why a Pharaoh arose, why a king in the great house, Pharaoh is great house, in that house rose up that did not know anything about yourself and mistreated the children of Yashar. Then, you know what I mean? Because it was a story talking about that it was it got It was a war, and another king took over that thing, and he happened to be a Canaanite. And he knew what was given to the people, and they was, he was trying to like stop them from going and doing stuff like that. That's what was said in the book. But we'll get into that one day. Y'all willing?
That's suggestion. Yeah, you sure right. You sure right. Because something about Joseph, he told the people what he told his sons when he died to hurry up and to take his bones up out of there immediately, because if they didn't, it was going to keep his bones. Something like that. Something like that with Joseph. But yeah, you're right. I'm getting off.
Okay, so
All right, 11.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay, 11 says, I arrived in Jerusalem. After I was there 3 days, I got up at night, and a few men with me, and telling no one what Allah had put into my mind to do for Jerusalem, and taking no other beasts. Then you want to say something?
Oh.
Okay. And telling no one what Allah put into my mind to do for Jerusalem, and taking no other beast than the one on which I was riding. I went out by the valley gate at night towards the Jackal Spring and the Dung Gate, and I surveyed the walls of Jerusalem that were breached, and its gates consumed by fire. I proceeded to the fountain gate and to the king's pool, where there was no room for the beast under me to continue. So I went up by the Wadi by night, surveying the wall, and entering again by the valley gate, I returned. The perfects knew nothing of where I had gone or where I had done or what I had done, since I had not yet divulged in it to the Yahudim, the priests, the Kohen, the nobles, the perfects, and the rest of the officials. Then I said to them, you see the bad state where we are in Jerusalem, laying in ruins and its gates destroyed by fire. Come, let us rebuild the wall of Jerusalem and suffer no more disfavor. I told them of my Allah's benevolent care for me, also of the things that the king had said to me, and they said, let us start rebuilding. They were encouraged by his benevolence. When Sanballat, go ahead,
thing, man, because something happened right here. He went above what he asked of the king right here. That's why he had to sneak. You get what I'm saying? Like, wait. I entered by the gate of the valley and returned. Oh. Oh, no. That's something else. I heard that wrong. But 17 and 18. Then I said unto them, ye see the distress we are in, how Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. Come, let us build up the wall of Jerusalem, that we be no more a reproach. This is the question I got for the people. Ye see Jerusalem in distress? You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the physical place. I'm talking about the spiritual. We are in distress right now, man. There's folly going on. People just in all manner of wickedness, man. We gotta have a period of crying out and the coming together, that we be no more in reproach. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High hand is moving in this hour, man. And people coming up, and people having ideas, and people coming together, man. But everybody got to join in. Got to join in, man. And we got to strengthen our hands to do a good work. And just be out here just talking, man. They strengthen their hands to do a good work. Not to talk about it, not to hope, but to actually go do something, man. Actually be about something. Nobody trying to sit up in no four corners of no room and talk about what should be and all that, man. What we gonna do?
Listen, 18 said, I told them of my Allah. He told them of Allah's benevolent care for me, also the things that the king had said to me. And they said, let us build. Let us start building. They were encouraged by the benevolence. They was encouraged by the Most High's benevolence that was shown in Nehemiah and what the king said to Nehemiah. And he shared that with them, and that strengthened them, that encouraged them. He said, let us start building. They was ready. Now check this out.
They was like, the king just started giving you stuff, like everything you asked, he was down with it.
Now check this out. Before that though, Nehemiah had to tell him that he sought the Most High and told and asked him and confessed his faults and everything to the Most High and turned to the Most High and asked favor for the Most High, and the Most High gave it to him because he said that, but he didn't explain it on his text. It said without saying it. So he said that he listen. This is where you got to have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, and you got to get this by the Ruach HaKodesh. Ask Father, he'll give it to you. He said, I told them of my allies, of my mighty ones, benevolent care for me. What was his care? He prayed to the Most High. The Most High showed him favor because he asked for it. First, he confessed his faults. He confessed his forefathers' faults, and he came correct. And he asked for favor and asked to be successful. And the Most High gave him what he asked for. I want y'all to see that. See, a lot of people just read this and they don't read into it. You know, they read the face surface of it. But if you pay attention and you ask the Most High for the Ruach HaKodesh, who leads you in all truth, he'll show you that right there. That's what he explained to them. And when he explained to them and how the king dealt with him based on what he asked Abba, they got encouraged. They was like, let us start building. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
That's all the stand of Yahweh. See, that only come by the Ruach HaKodesh. That ain't, I'm just a recipient. I'm just listening and hearing. Let me tell y'all something, man. It's not that I'm something special or anything like that, bro. I got a lot of stuff. Look, I just went through something today. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, handling certain things. I ain't do, nothing crazy. We go through things. We men, we stuff like that. But I know who my power is. It ain't my power. Even Mashiach said that when he was walking his earth. He said, look, as I judge, he said, my judgment is just and true. He said, my judgment is true because I don't seek my own. I seek the will of my Father who sent me. You see what I'm saying? So he knew who the power was. And we rely on that power. Power means ability. So he gave us the power by the Ruach HaKodesh, enabled us with the power that comes from the Ruach HaKodesh, which is the ability to see, recognize, get knowledge, understanding, wisdom, all these things by the enabling of the Ruach HaKodesh, who gives us that power. In other words, who gives us that ability. I just want to share that with y'all, man. That's all the Father. The Father will give you. Listen, he said he'll give the Ruach HaKodesh to those that I ask. He want to give it to you. He said, which one? Y'all being evil know how to give good gifts to your children. How much more will your Father who is good give good gifts to them that ask of him?
Talk about it.
And that's all that is, man. All the stand of Yahweh, man. And it ain't no, you got some people that got the wrong motives and stuff like that. So that's why they don't know. See, it's hidden from those, the so-called wise, but he revealed these things to the babe like. And he choose the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. You see? I was one of them foolish people that the Most High allowed me to get and receive and to share this stuff with y'all, man. That's all the esteem to Yahweh. That ain't my honor. That's his honor. All the esteem to Yahweh. Not to us, but to him be the esteem. Forever and ever. Huh?
You got dropouts out here confounding scholars.
I'm telling you. We dropped out. We was the 8th grade, me and my Ak over here, the same time, and I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Man. See, but the Most High, y'all know how these people who ain't graduated from the 8th grade know this. They must have been with Mashiach.
You got a new podcast called The 8th Graders.
Man, the 8th graders, huh? Ak is awesome. That was awesome, man. Big bro. Okay. 19 says, you want me to continue to read out? 19? Okay. 19 says, when Sanballat, the Horonite, and Tobiah, the Ammonite, servant of Geshem, the Arab, heard, they mocked us and held us in contempt and said, what is this that y'all are doing? Are y'all rebelling against the king? I said to them in reply, the Ali of Shamayim will grant us success, and we, his servants, will start building. But you have no share or claim in this stake in Jerusalem. Look, mind your business.
Right. That's what he told him.
Yeah, mind your business. Mind your own, you live long. Quit following, man. Mind your business. But you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing over here, man. You just listen. But you have no share or claim or stake in Jerusalem. This ain't even none of your business. What you hater? Why are you all over here? I'm saying that was chapter 2. If you want me to continue to read 3, or what you want me to do? What you want to do?
Oh, yeah, we gonna get. I mean, we gotta get to where he get to slapping folks and everything. This thing get serious in a minute. Yeah, I want people to know and realize that serving the Most High God and dealing with these blues can be a dirty job sometimes. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want people to know this awakening and all this stuff, man. It ain't sweet. Ain't none of this stuff gonna be sweet. Now, this story really ain't full of like, bloodshed and all that, but as far as like just the difficulty and hardships with trying to do something right, it's like the man trying to do something right. And he gonna be all kind of fight. It's gonna be cliques and people think they better than and all the same stuff that's going on now. And I just want to touch on all this stuff, man, and show it to the people. Might have to do a part 2 to this thing over the weekend.
I mean, I read as far as you want me to go, bro. And like I say, if you want me to yield and you want to, expound on it, bro, I just do the reading right now. Y'all willing? And
you can expound too.
Huh?
You can expound too, man. Let that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just want to go through. I know we want to get to the part where he put the Kadash hands, put them Kadash hands on one. You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah.
All right. Then Elisha, the high priest, and his fellows priests set to and rebuilt the sheep gate. They consecrated it and set up its doors. Consecrated it as far as the 100th tower, as far as the tower of Hananel. Next to him, the men of Jericho built. Next to them, Zakur, son of Amari, the sons of Heshanah, built the fish gate. They roofed it and set up its doors, locks and bars. Next to them, Meremoth, son of Uriah, son of Hakuz, repaired. And next to him, Meshullam, son of Berchiah, son of Meshzabal. Next to him, Zadok, son of Bana, repaired.
About to lay them down, boy. Yeah, you know the Eastern the Eastern twang on it and everything, boy.
Next, you told me we are. Next to him, Tekoites repaired. Though their nobles would not take up their shoulders, though their nobles would not take upon their shoulders the work of their Lord, the Adonai, Yahoyada.
Son of that right there, man.
What's that?
Here we got a group of people I think they got something to do with the nation, right? You got all these other people helping. And here to these cats right here, these nobles, the rich folk.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else rolling up their sleeve and getting dirty for the cause. Here we got the Tekoites.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Repaired. No. Yeah. They repaired, but they're nobles, the rich ones among the Tekoites. They don't want to put a work of the arbor on their necks.
Right.
The burden.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
They too high and mighty. These are the type of people ass got to be kicked as we get them out the city gates. The nobles.
Yeah.
Kind of mindset.
Yeah, that kind of mindset.
People can't be these people can't sit, man. If everybody working, everybody working. If you ain't able to work, that's one thing, but just you don't feel like it. Don't feel like picking yourself up off the ground. Nobody got time for this shit. Go ahead, man. 6, man.
Y'all, the son of Messiah, Masulam, son of Bosadiah repaired the Yeshanah gate. The Yeshanah gate. Yeshanah. They roofed it and set up its doors, locks, and bars. Next to them, Melatiah, the Gibeonite, and Jordan, the Meronthite, repaired, with the man of Gibeon and Mitzpah, under the jurisdiction of the governors of the province of beyond the river. Next to them, Uzziel, son of Herekiah, of the smiths, repaired. Next to him, Hananiah of the perfumers. They restored Jerusalem as far as the broad wall. Next to them, Raphiah, son of Hur, chief of half the district of Jerusalem, repaired. Next to him, Yedidiah, son of Heramoth, repaired in the front of the house. Next to him, Hutush, son of Hashabaniah, repaired. Melchiah, son of Haram, and Hashub, son of Pehath, Moab, repaired a second stretch, including the Tower of Ovens. Next to them, Shallum, son of Halohesh, chief of half the district of Jerusalem, repaired. He and his daughters. Look, even the women. He and his daughters.
Everybody, these people are of high esteem as well, but they willing to put forth to the work.
Mm-hmm.
Being rich ain't gonna keep you out the kingdom. It's having idols of not being humble, not knowing how to humble yourself. The nobles up top, they couldn't humble themselves to do the work. They felt like it was beneath them. That's why they need their ass kicked. But these people right here of high esteem that came down to do the work, them your brothers right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's people, you're going to be guilty for looking at them nobles in high esteem and allowing they folly. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be like, oh, they ain't working, but it's okay. They got that bread. You know, them rich folks, they don't be working. People like this right here put them to shame. People like Halohesh,
Mm-hmm.
you know? No. That, yeah. Halohesh and his daughters put him to shame, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's some real ones, man. It's gonna always be some real ones, man. But it's gonna always be some fake ones too. Gotta start marketing these folks, man, and shaming the shit out of them. Get them
Muff. Look at her, Muff. He got Muff.
Yeah,
he got Kadash Palm. He got Kadash muffed.
You gonna make that a thing, you gonna make that a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, no, strap. I got these emojis. I've been waiting. I've been trying to figure out little slogans for the emoji. Why fighting emoji?
Okay.
Man, t-shirt coming soon, man. T-shirt coming on the lookout.
There you go.
You get one of these things on you. Yeah.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So 13. Hanun and the inhabitants of Zanoah repaired the valley gate. They rebuilt it and set up its doors, locks, and bars. And they also repaired 1,000 cubits of wall to the dung gate. Melchiah, son of Rachab, chief of the district of Beth Hacharim, repaired the dung gate. He rebuilt it and set up its doors, locks, and bars. Shallum, son of Kal Chozah, chief of the district of Mitzpah, repaired the fountain gate. He rebuilt it and covered it, and set up its doors, locks, and bars, as well as the wall of the irrigation pool of the king's garden, as far as the steps going down from the city of Daoud. After him, Nehemiah, son of Azbuk, chief of half the district of Beth Zor, repaired from in front of the graves of Daoud, as far as the artificial pool, and as far as the house of the warriors. After him, the Levites repaired. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm just highlighting, man, because I be trying to trail it, and like I'm on the laptop, and it's it's hard to stay on that line with the laptop, square, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Okay. After him, the Luim, the repaired, Rehum, son of Bani. Next to him, Hashabiah, chief of the half district of Kilea, repaired for his district, Kaila. After him, their brother repaired, Baui, Abavi, was Baui, son of Hanadad, chief of the half district of Keila. Next to him, Ezra, son of Yeshua, the chief of Mitzpah, repaired second stretch from in front of the ancient ascent to the Amory, the angle of the wall. After him, Baruch, son of Zaki, was Zakai, zealously repaired a second stretch from the angle to the entrance of the house of Elisha, the high priest. After him, Meremoth, son of Uriah, son of Hakuz, repaired a second stretch from the entrance of Elishib house to the end of Elishib's house. After him, the priests and inhabitants of the plain repaired. After them, Benjamin and Hashub repaired in front of the houses. After them, Azariah, son of Mishiah, son of Ananiah, repaired besides his house. After him, Benui, son of Henadad, repaired a second stretch from the house of Azariah to the angle, to the corner. Balal, son of Uzai, from the front of the angle in the tower that juts out of the house of the king, the upper tower of the prison compound. After him, Pedadiah, son of Perush, the temple servants were living on the Ophel, as far as the point in front of the water gate in the east, and the jutting tower. After him, the Tekoites repaired a second stretch from the front of the gate, jutting tower to the wall of Ophel. Above the horse gate, the priests repaired, each in front of his house. After them, Zadok, son of Imar, repaired in front of his house. After him, Shemaiah, son of Shechaniah, keeper of the east gate, repaired. After him, Hananiah, son of Shelemiah, and Hanun, the sixth son of Zalaph, repaired a second stretch. After them, Meshalum, son of Berchiah, Meshalam, son of Berchiah, repaired in front of his chamber. After him, Malchiah of the smiths repaired as far as the house of the temple servants and the merchants, in front of the mustard gate to the corner loft, and between the corner loft to the sheep gate, the smiths and the merchants repaired. When Sanballat heard that we were rebuilding the wall, it angered him, and he was extremely vexed. He mocked the Yahudim, saying, in the presence of his brothers, in the presence of his brothers and the Sumerian force, what are the miserable Yahudim doing? Will they restore, offer sacrifice, and finish one day? Can they revive those stones out of the dust heap, burn as they are?
Hey,
go ahead.
About something. These dudes talking all this crap. Nehemiah didn't put his hands on him.
Right.
Put his hands on people, compelling people to break the law, to break the Torah. That's when it's time to lay hands on folks, when you causing people to transgress.
Right.
That's what y'all did it in the temple. But you know what I'm saying? With the outright just
mocking and just saying some words that ain't got nothing to do with transgressions, just making fun or something.
Yeah, he just let that go. Like, man, you folks on that. But you breaking that Torah though. He gave him a warning. He told him, hey, listen. Don't let me see you over here no more. All right, go ahead. Over there. 2, 3.
Okay. 23. What?
4 and 3 with verse 3.
4:35. What? Okay. He said, 35. It said, Tobiah the Ammonite alongside him said, that stone wall they are building, if a fox climb it, it would breach it. Hear, O Elohim, how we have become a mockery, and returned their taunts upon their heads. Let them be taken as spoil to a land of captivity. Do not cover up their iniquity, or let their sin be blotted out before you, for they hurl provocations at the builders. That's how he handled it. He went to pray. He didn't put hands on it. He just took it to cloud. We rebuilt the wall till it was continuous all around to half its height, for the people's heart was in the work.
Uh,
It says, for the people's heart was in the work. So they got to moving. They got to doing things. When the people's heart is in it, you can get a lot of stuff accomplished.
we got to get people hard in it. What we gonna do to get their heart in it?
We got to convince them, compel them to come, man. We got to compel somehow. Yeah.
Got to put the word out,
Got to put the word out. Got to compel.
All right.
Yeah. So you want me to go ahead? I'm going in 4.
Yeah, let's finish out 4, and then we could do a part 2 or something. It's almost 12 o'clock.
Okay, cool. That'll work. When Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabs, the Ammonites and the Ashadites heard the healing had come to the walls of Jerusalem, they heard that healing had come to the walls of Jerusalem, that the breached parts had begun to be filled, it angered them very much. And they all it angered them very much. And look, this is what they did, like Psalms 83. And they all conspired together to come and fight against Jerusalem and to throw it into confusion.
9, here we go again. You know what we do again?
It says, look, because of them, we prayed to Eloheinu and set up a watch over them day and night. Yahudah was saying, the strength of the basket carrier has failed, and there is so much rubble, we are not able ourselves to rebuild the wall. And our foes were saying, before they know or see it, we shall be in among them and kill them and put a stop to the work. This is what they're thinking. When the Yahudim living, go ahead, Al.
Go ahead. I'm gonna go after you.
When the Yahudim living near them would arrive, they would tell us time and again, from all the places where you shall come back to us. I station on the lower levels of the place behind the walls on the bare rock, and I station the people by families with their swords, their lances, and their bows. Then I decided to exhort the nobles and the perfects, and the rest of the people. Do not be afraid of them. Think of the great and awesome Adonai and fight for your brothers, your sons and daughters, your wives and homes. When our enemies learned that it had become known to us, as Elohim had thus frustrated their plan by revealing it to us what they had purposed, we could all return to the wall, each to his work. From that on, half my servants did work, and half held lances and shields and bows and armor. And the officers stood behind the whole house of Yahudah, who were rebuilding the wall. The basket carriers were burdened, doing the work with one hand while other held a weapon. As for the builders, peep that out now. Now look, let me say this real quick. Mark 6 and 9. We got our staff in our hand, symbolic of taking up our staff to follow Mashiach, and we got our weapon in our other. I'm just saying. Yeah, 6 and 7. Anyway, we're gonna continue. As for the builders, go ahead.
You so right though. We got a staff in one hand, a gun in the other.
Oh yeah,
crazy. That picture before we even had an idea to even do this.
See, but y'all already know. See, the Ruach know these things from the beginning. We know we just walking into it. We coming to the knowledge of these things now. Like, oh man, that makes sense. Look at that. Look at that. How it unfolds. It's like, oh, y'all's awesome. Y'all super awesome. Super.
To rebuild the desolate place.
That's right. And yeah, mend the breaches. As for the builders, each had his sword girded at his side as he was building. You hear that? As for the builders, listen, we've been rejected, man. The rejected stone has become the chief of the corner. We as a nation has been rejected, but yet we the chief of the corner because they got to come to us because we hold it all up together. We hold it up. We hold it up. Without us, it wouldn't be no building. Talking about the people. We the prophecy. We're the timeline. All the students of Yahweh. We'll get into that one. We'll get into that as y'all see fit. I said to the nobles, the prophets, and the rest of the people, there was much work, and it is spread out. We are scattered over the wall, far from one another. When you hear a trumpet call, gather yourselves to me at that place. Eloheinu will fight for us. See? A lot of people say, he'll fight for us, he'll fight for us. But he's saying Elohim will fight for us, but they still had their weapons. I want y'all to see something here.
He had a military plan, though. It's like, listen, we work, but if the funk hit the fan, let that horn go. We gonna tally up, rally up.
Right. And Elohim will fight for us. Meaning they ain't not trusting in the weapons they got. They trusting in the name of the Creator. They trusting in our Father. They trusting in His character. They trusting in Him. And it's the same thing today. But see, a lot of people with this Christianized mindset, man, and this passiveness, this lay down, love everybody. You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's a time and place for all things under the Shamash, meaning the sun. All right, man. And so we worked on while half were holding lances from the break of day until the stars appeared. I further said to the people at that time, let every man with his servant lodge in Jerusalem, that we may use the night to stand guard and the day to work. Nor did I, my brothers, my servants, or the guards following me ever took off our clothes. Each his weapon, even at the water. They kept their weapon on. They were strapped up. Everywhere they went, they were strapped. Ready. It's the truth. It's the truth. I ain't making it up. It's right there. They said they didn't even take their weapons. They didn't take their clothes out of their weapon, even when they was drinking, when they was at the water, even at the water.
They say saving everyone, put them off for washing.
Right, at the water, washing. They didn't even, so they bathed with their gun. They bathed with their weapons, with their clothes on and their weapons to their side. Yeah. That's how ready they were. You know, you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wartime, war ready.
I'm telling you.
Look, just in case, even if he should not, we still going out. But he is at the point. So, you know.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was done.
No, I was going to say, you know how some people try to get you, man, y'all can't go against nothing. You can't go against. You're right. We, of our own power, we can't. But the name of the Most High, y'all can. All we got to do is remember, if it came down to it, even with the little weapons we do have, if it came down to it, we trusted in the Most High Yah. In the name of Yahweh, we shall destroy them. The Most High gonna fall. All we got to do is remember what He did to Mitzrayim. That's why it's gonna listen. He did that. He even told our ancestors when they was in the wilderness, when they was to go and to take the land, to remember what Yah did to the land of Mitzrayim, who was the great power of the time. Remember what He did to them. So y'all shouldn't be tripping about these other little nations, these other nations. No matter what they look like or how big they are. You see what I'm saying? No matter about what technology these people got and what they got right there, trust in the name of the Most High. The Most High know what He's doing. He allowing this stuff to happen because it's gonna be a bigger. He gonna win a bigger name for himself. Like it's gonna be such a great time that it's gonna be the time when He delivered our ancestors out of Mitzrayim ain't even gonna come to mind. It ain't gonna be no longer said the Most High Yah delivered that brought the children of Yashar out of the land of Mitzrayim, but the Most High Yah delivered that brought out the children of Yashar from all the places that He scattered them to. So He gonna defeat it on the global scale. Yah's gonna rise up. Man, come on, man.
Even mighty, 4 times hotter. And then what the king said, he heated up 4 times hotter.
Yeah, 7 times hotter. They had it 7 times hotter.
7 times hotter. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, still.
Yeah, it was still hot.
You know, from multiple captivities we're gonna come up out of all of
I'm
them.
telling you, man. Globally, bro. Y'all should destroy this thing. Ain't nobody talking about. See, those that got that mindset of the mark of the beast, or the mindset of that idea of the beast thing, is like, who can make war with the beast? Who can see? We know better. We know who can make war with the beast and overcome the beast. We know the Most High Yah is the one that's able to do so. He did it with all the other beasts. Egypt was a beast as well. Babylon, matter of fact, Egypt is the offspring of Babel. They follow the same practices of Babel. When Babel got done, when the Tower of Babel got split, they went on and went to Mizraim. They did the same thing that they was doing in Babel, idol worship, all this old extra stuff.
All
Huh?
all the kingdoms of the beasts worship the same gods.
Mm-hmm. Maybe different names or whatever.
Different names, but
Yeah,
it's
same
all
thing.
it's the same fallen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the Most High back then, because these people they believe in they the ones that they call upon and all this other stuff. Then like he fought when he in Mizraim, he fought against all them false deities and let them know, man, they ain't got no power against me. When I come against you, can't nobody save you from me.
None.
Now try that. Well, you got okay. You
the fallen know, but the
yeah.
fallen convinced they people that they invincible.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
They
And
scared. They scared.
man, I remember people used to say, "All right, you letting your don't let your daddy get your boy. You better go on, little boy. Don't let your daddy get your butt hurt around here. You over here thinking he can do it. He can do it. Don't let him get you hurt over here. Go on now. I whoop you and him. Move around. Go on now." Yeah. See, the Most High the one is the one that tallied out the nation and gave the nations to them. He gave that's their portion. We over here in one of the land, America. That's that. What's that? The serpent deity. The people back then they used to worship the little serpent deity or whatever. Almost like Kodo Khan in a way, man. If you look up the word the America, I forgot how you say it. I gotta get more familiar with it. Huh?
They also had that thing with all them African gods with the big heads and all that, and their names and Yakub and all that, and Yahweh, and it had a bunch of different names. These was gods to these people, and I have to send you that. Like they got a whole storyline behind it. How one of them had kids, and it was underground people, and it was like some kind of extraterrestrials, and they had wars between them. It's all kind of little stuff out there, man. But if you ain't rooted in the scriptures, it'll turn you. You don't have no sense, right?
Right.
Yeah, then you be going off of fables.
Right, that's right. But all esteem to Yahweh Almighty One, our King, the Malach, man who's powerful, who rule and dominate the nations. This is all his, and he don't nothing happen on this earth unless he give his consent to it, man. He in full control, the real true shot caller, the real true king that rule over everything, that everything is gonna be subject to him. Listen, we ain't got to worry about these little weaponry, the weaponries they got. I don't care what they got. I don't care the little iron birds they got, and when I call iron birds, airplanes and helicopters and stuff like that, man. And the weaponries they got and all the ammunition. We know they outgunned, and we ain't tripping on that, man. But we serve a power that's so awesome beyond this world. Unbelievable. Now let me say this. It's believable. To the world, it's like, man, but it's believable because they gonna see. They ain't talking about nothing. I don't care what they talking about. See, the Most High, so he's able to do so many things, even in war. He's able to, even if we strapped him to do something, we had to fight and protect. He's able to throw these people in panic where they start killing each other. He's able to make,
He's waiting for the righteous to stand up, man. He wanna be able to show his mighty hand, man.
Right. He want his thing to be known. He want to see what's the purpose of you having some power and you can't even display it. I would want to show it. Let me show. I'm for the show something. I'm for the show them something.
Man, I can't wait to let this thing go.
I'm gonna show them something. Y'all be thinking I be tripping, man. Listen, this is called delighting yourself in Yahweh, man. And this is my life, man. This is what it is. Outside of that, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you do good and stuff like that, you got to know that you got to be prepared and be on guard, sober and vigilant, because the enemy, who's the devil, walk around like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour, can creep in, man, any kind of way, bro. You can. It don't even have to be through you. It can be through a loved one that's close to you. Anybody to try to come and get you off of your squirt, to get you off of what you in, man, to get you to move your slow so you can melt. You see what I'm saying? And then if you did adhere to the situation, all they're gonna do is go run up there and snitch.
Well,
I'm telling you.
Hey, son, we gonna start all the stuff in the world and go tell. You see?
And go tell, bro. Try to get you to adhere to it, and he gonna snitch on you. That's why he called the accuser of the brethren. He was accusing the people to the Most High day and night, doing things to try to get you to slip and fall, and then go tell on you. See, look at you. All this old. Man, get your go on, man. Throw him down. Fight, Michael. Boom! Got suplexed. They ground. They praising the Shemayim. Hallelujah. Praising the Shemayim. Man, accusing the brother. And he gone. Oh, but woes to the inhabitants of the earth. Because he mad. I'm telling you, man, this is real, man. I'm telling you, man, the enemy, you got to be careful, man. Stay on point, family. It's a must that we stay on point, man, in every area. Listen, if we can just be mindful in situations when we experience, I'm telling you by experience, when we're going through something, we dealing with whatever we dealing with, even at that time, just to break down and pray, even then. Even if you got to humble yourself and get on your knees or hit your face, just to pray, Father, I'm coming to you. Look, I need you. Look, when your strength gone, the Most High come through. His strength is made sufficient through our weakness, man. His strength is made perfect in our weakness. So, man, in that time, bro, we can beat things so much, man. That's the weapons of our warfare, not carnal, man. If we come to it like that, say you in a situation, it's about to lead to a certain way, an argument about to brew. You really don't want to argue, but you see it coming. Get to praising. My Ak was brought that to my remembrance today. Get to praising. Get on your face and start praying. Enemy gonna flee. This is strange, man. Leave you alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's strange. I'm telling you, man. That's the weapons of our warfare. Huh?
Like them heathens always kind of tell on they stuff, but it's like it take the ruach to kind of discern it. You know, like on the movies, empires and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And you hold up the cross on them, or you hit them with the holy water.
Yeah,
it's like play is like that. You know, we know the cross ain't got no effect. We know the holy water ain't really got no effect, but that praise and that earnest sacrificing, you know what I'm saying, that chastisement of the flesh, that's what's gonna run them away. Send them demons off running scared, like they did against them crosses and that holy water. Scared to death. Scared every damn thing at that point.
man.
You know what it is, man.
It's like praise confounds the enemy. It confuses the enemy.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, man. The praise is powerful, man, because you know why it confuses the enemy? Because look, the enemy's purpose and plan is to get you down and get you all out of whack. But why his attempt to try to get you out like that, you start praising and then start rejoicing. That's scary. You know why? Because that means the Most High has arrived. What am I saying? The Most High Yah inhabits the praises of his people, right? It says the joy of Yah is our strength, but it also says that in his presence is the fullness of joy. So I get to praising him. Yah comes around, inhabiting my praise, and in his presence that I receive joy. The enemy sees that because he see Yah, nigga, he gone. Pew! Got to go. Oh man, got to get out of there. Shoot, you know what I mean? Yeah. Come on, man.
Because that's characteristics that make him up can't exist around y'all. the hate, the envy, the malice, deceit, uh, 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 what, covetousness, lustfulness, like,
Envy, yeah, all that.
and in worship, how can he exist around that?
Right, you can't. You're
If
gonna be
it's
honest.
true in true worship, now there is a such thing as imitation worship and imitation joy, folly in the midst
Mm-hmm.
of it. That's why you gotta get to because because to say just so-called praising and so-called joy, you see the Christian church on Sunday doing all these little dancing and hooping around, acting like they got the Holy Spirit. You'll be deceived.
That's true, man. That's true.
So,
Everybody, Shana the Bahanda, all
right.
that other stuff, man.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I mean, I'm being friend. And you got some people that's so sensitive out there. They be like, "Oh man, y'all need to be careful. Y'all blaspheme the Holy." Man, listen, that ain't nothing. That wasn't no Ruach Hakodesh right there.
No, it's people like, and they make jokes about. They know it ain't nothing to it. They make jokes about it, talking about. I felt I wouldn't save until I caught the Ruach. People know they be making up their stuff, man. Let's just be real, man. People be really sitting there coming up with stuff and just doing stuff on their own. Ain't nobody being compelled to talk like that. And if they is compelled to talk like that for no reason, it's possession. Demonic possession. That's why they play the timbrel and the harp and the sackbut.
Oh, and then another thing too to add on with what you're saying too, is that according to Scripture, man, when you feel with the Ruach Hakodesh and they give you unction to speak like that, especially in a crowd of people, there's going to be an interpreter to interpret because that's how the Most High move. He's an orderly king. He do things decent in order, and his son, well, the Ruach Hakodesh is going to be doing that. The Ruach Hakodesh is prevalent. If somebody's speaking in tongues, it's going to be an interpreter to interpret those tongues. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how. Listen, we want the same structure. We just desire. Listen, all we doing is we desire the Father in His fullness, man. Everything that He said according to His instructions, His teaching, and we coming against these idols, falsehood, transgression, sin, all this old foolishness and folly. We exposing all that mess. We talking about it, so it's gonna probably be some people that be uncomfortable and stuff like that. So we're gonna be hitting a lot of things that the Most High Yah permits to speak against all this foolishness that's going on in the nation, because it got to be said, because there got to be correction going forward. Because it's after the correction and after heard, if you're gonna stay with that garment on, then you're gonna be treated just like the nations when it's time for the destruction to come forward.
That foreign garment. I just
Foreign
was Paul when he was talking about speaking in tongues and all that? Was he talking about people being able to speak other languages, standing up in front of the congregation? He's like, listen, if y'all gonna be speaking in front of the congregation in another language, you need to have somebody there to interpret that thing, not some mystical. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. No, that's right. You're supposed to have an interpreter because how else the people gonna be edified? He said he's speaking on that, talking about people being edified. How can a person be edified? You speaking in an unknown tongue? They can't say amen. They can't say so be it. They don't know what you're saying. But if you do speak in a tongue and you be let there be an interpreter there to interpret what's being said in that language.
Right, like not necessarily some heavenly language or some language from the Shemaim. I'm saying just another language of the people, like Italian or something. And it's all
Right.
Like you need to have somebody that speak Italian. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We have to go back over them scripts, but like it's got to be more logical than just because when they did it in Acts, it was because people spoke other languages.
Right.
Like, hold on, that's my tongue. That sounds like Italian. These Hebrews,
Right.
It sound like Greek or whatever. But yeah, something like that, man. But we need to put down a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff ain't even listening. Another thing too, I want to tell the people, whoever my one viewer is, right there. Listen, man. I just thought of that thing, man. Oh yeah, about the mark of the beast and all that. Listen, if you still keeping Christmas, Thanksgiving, uh, uh, eating pork, shrimp, scampi, and lobster, ain't no chip in your hand and your forehead gonna make no difference.
That's right.
That's that's the stark realization, and why you need to know that it's bigger than some goddamn chip. That's where they're trying to include themselves in persecution. You're gonna be persecuted for the namesake of Yahushua HaMashiach, for the truth and light. And what is the truth? What is the light to you by footsteps? The commandments and the statutes of the Most High Yah.
Mm-hmm.
No chip in your hand and forehead.
Right.
Crazy, man. You're not keeping the commandments. You already got the mark. That's the mark of the beast. Because there's a mark against this.
That's right. It's facts.
Man, don't be deceived by this folly, man. Worry about something. You're gonna be waiting on a chip, and the sky gonna crack.
Missing the whole time, bro. I thought I was supposed to make it. I didn't take the mark, man. You had the mark the whole time.
Had it the whole time.
What you mean I had it the whole time? Was you keeping my commandments? No. There you go. Depart from me, you work of iniquity. I know you're not. Iniquity. That's the mark, man. Like Daniel, listen. A good example is Daniel. Why the 3 Hebrew boys did not bow down to the statue? Why? Because it's written in the commandments not to do so. So they didn't accept the mark of that beast. They didn't accept the mark of that kingdom, which was the Babel, which was that lion, that beast. They didn't receive that. They didn't see that mark. We ain't doing that. Look, if the Most High deliver us good, if he don't, good. We ain't bowing down to that statue. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
And there was a lifestyle them people followed. That's right. A lifestyle. There's a lifestyle of an Israelite, but it's supposed to revolve around the Torah.
That's right. Facts.
So dash me. Don't be like them other nations. Don't live their lifestyle.
That's right.
Now it's a lifestyle now of do what your heart tell you to do, and just be happy. Do whatever it takes to be happy. All that's wickedness, man.
It is wickedness, man. That's wickedness. You got people out here talking about do what you need to do to be happy, and they, don't want to follow structure because they want to do what they want to do. And what's wrong with doing right, man? And I just, it gets to me. I ain't gonna front and act like, you know what I mean? I had my shortcomings and stuff like that, but let me tell you what I do. I confess my faults. And if I got to, I'll share whatever I need to share in order to help whoever needs to be helped. In this time right now, we got to confess. We got to confess and forsake these things. We're supposed to do this stuff daily. However, the time of atonement was happening. This is the stuff that we had, that we kept when we was in our land and stuff like that. But Yahushua is our atonement. Every day, if you got to, whatever you do, man, make sure you don't slip, don't fall, but stay on track. And if you do, you got a purgation for your transgression. You can come to the Father in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach and ask for forgiveness, and don't do that thing again. You got to really do that. You got to really mean that stuff. You can't be doing something and say, oh, forgive me, and keep doing it, forgive me, keep doing it, forgive me. That's like me, somebody in my house, and they keep slapping me on the head. Bow, oh man, forgive me. Bow, oh man, forgive me. Bow, oh man, forgive me. Man, nigga, get out of my house. You ain't to keep putting your hands on me. I'm gonna put hands on you and throw you out. You know what I mean? It don't work like that. You gotta really mean this thing, man, and live that life. I'm telling you, huh?
It always lead back to them hands when you and your neck too stiff, man. It ain't no getting no broad correction, man. That's what wrong with you niggas don't like correction, man. You niggas didn't get your ass whooped when you was kids. That's why you don't understand it. You understand correction a little more if you got your ass whooped when you was younger. Because when you grow well now, if you wise, right? Because if you a fool, you ain't gonna understand correction. So a wise man heeds correction. That's so right. If you respect discipline as a child, then you understand the need sometimes to have to whoop, some of these unruly niggas, man. Because a lot of times that's the only way change gonna come, man. Sam Cooke need to make another song. Change gonna come. It's gonna come with some fire.
And I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it is. It's been too hard to live it. And I'm afraid to die. Because I don't know what's up there. In the sky. Hey, now, but for real, man, real talk though, man. Man, our people need to get it right. You know, the Most High is so awesome, man. Just imagine, just think about the love of the Most High God, that He got people in every walk of life. Like, say, for instance, you got people that came from the penitentiary, that the Most High linked up to witness to people, and also people that was thugging, people that was like this, or people that came from the church world, in all these different areas to reach all these different type of people, man. So, and the reason why I say that, because you got some people, man, they be like, man, they be saying nigga, they said shit, other, you know what I mean? Listen, the Most High way high.
Let me address this thing about cussing.
Okay.
I'll tell you something. Hebrew and heathen alike. Listen. These people that talk to you with smooth tongues and all sweet. I ain't talking about my brothers. They bring you Torah and bring you, teaching, you know what I'm saying? But they got a certain purpose in life. They meant to reach a certain demographic of people. You sensitive ones and all that. You babes in the truth. This type of podcast ain't even for you, for real. You a babe and all that. This ain't for you, man. I got some people I can refer you to.
That's right.
For you hard-headed, stiff-neck ass niggas. This what you like. This what you need. You ain't gonna understand nothing else. You ain't gonna understand. Brother, come. Listen, brother. Stop. Yeah. Not gonna understand none of that. You understand? Sit your ignorant ass down somewhere, boy, before you burn in hell. That's what you understand. Then you say, oh, shit, my brother preaching.
Right.
Nobody gonna come to you with all that, man, because we done seen brothers with all that old sweet talk shit deceiving the masses. You come in to talk to the ones who deceive and shake them up out of a deep trance.
Yeah.
Nobody got no time to rub you up out no sleep when the damn house on fire. Nigga, I'm snatching you. I'm grabbing you by the ankles, dragging you out the house. Nobody got time to be patting on your shoulders.
Hey, what'd you say the other day? I told me, man, you snatched me too hard after fire.
Yeah. Ain't you happy to be alive, nigga? You want to burn slow forever? You think this is, man? Nobody got... Now, listen now. To my people that tune in, my elderly, even the children and whatnot, listen, man. Your brothers love. You want to learn who I am, man? Hit my inbox, man. Call me, man. I got times when it's a time to have smooth tongues and smooth words and whatnot. It's a time for that. I'm in the way, casting out evil spirits. I got time to be playing with these things. You gotta be stern with these things, man.
That's right.
Get out swiftly.
Right.
Please leave, demon. Leave my brother. Leave my sister, please. Your ass out of here, man. That's it. I just want to speak on that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So, man, we love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. For those that's gonna tune in later at a later time, man, stay with it. The Most High, y'all got some good things and awesome things coming forth, man. Y'all is awesome, man. Stay trusting, batach y'all, man. Trust y'all, man. Always put your trust in the Most High, y'all. Y'all would not lead you astray. Trust Him. Let His word guide you. Like, stay in His word, study His word, man. Put that word in you, man, so the Ruach HaKodesh can have something to work with. You got to have something to work with, man. You got to put that in you. You got to invest in your Ruach bank, in your Ruachni bank. Ruachu. That's a shout out to my brother Malawan, man, Rebirth and Anderson. Ruachni. Spiritual, man, because you got people out here, man. If you ain't got that word, man, come on, you need that map, man. You need that guidance, man. You got to get it. You got to get it in you, man. Quit waiting on somebody to come on, and it has its place, but quit investing all your time or banking only on listening to what a message that person is bringing and preaching instead of studying for yourself on times. Do that. Study on your own and follow what they're saying, and then do some more research to find out what's being said, if it's true or not, man. Stay on it. Be on point. Don't be no goofy out here. Be no goofy out here, man.
And another thing, me and my brother, this thing, man, we just try to have our people consider, man. It ain't really about no deep revelation. We really, people get milk and meat, I feel like, confused. They think the meat is all about, mysteries and all that. But listen, to me, the milk is you're a child of the Most High, y'all. Keep His commandments. That's milk. We come to point out deceit, where you've been deceived, and where you follow after idols unknowing. Try to show you these things and point them out to you and show you in the scripture and to use the scriptures as a schoolmaster as it's supposed to be. Not to teach no doctrines, man. Some things are plain, man. Some things are plain.
Yeah.
People make them hard and make them difficult. You know why? So they can seem like these great teachers that you got to go to them to get. No. They drop out, man. Ain't nobody. Listen, man. I'm trying to figure out why you don't understand.
Right.
I'm not trying to lower it over. You're trying to figure out why you don't see this. That's what I get
right.
This thing. You don't know you're supposed to be checking on. Like, this is normal to you. When you come, you feel normal. When you get done, you like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be.
He's something this how it's supposed to be.
You don't know you're not supposed to be beating on your wife. You don't know you're not supposed to be, lazy, slothful, effeminate. You don't know this stuff. So me and my brother not finna come to you, no, man, because you need to be shook from this stuff, man. This stuff ain't nothing. It's damnable what you doing, man. Stuff is damnable. We're not talking about moments of anger or, like, this kind of stuff can happen at a moment's notice. We're talking about stuff, y'all deeply ingrained in this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The demonic possession.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Got your mind. Got to shake that mind loose. Got to get them out of there.
And it's from deep down. People be knowing they be doing stuff right. They be knowing. That's why we come with the law, because you know better. You got to know better. You a child of the Most High Yah. Or supposed to be.
That's right.
He gave His people more than enough ammunition to be able to make it into the kingdom. You know why they don't? Because of folly, because of hard-headed, stiff-neckedness. If for nothing else, we come to not to condemn, but to convict. There's a difference. Condemn is go to hell. Convict is you can go to hell if you keep on going the way you're going.
Oh, yeah.
To consider your ways and to change them, man. That's all it's about, man. It's love, man. It's love. I swear to you, it's love, man. Although the voices get loud, sometimes little words get used and all that, man. But listen, these just emojis. These just verbal emojis. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the way to try to compare you to listen, to compare you to do better out here, man. That's all. We ain't no better than nobody else. We just jealous for the Most High, y'all. We love our people, and we trying to do our part to strengthen them.
That's right.
We build. We're not trying to, create no whole new wall. It's something there already to build. Right. But it's holes and gaps and tears in it. We're just trying to correct them. That's it, man. That's what we commanded to do. Anybody that's out here with all this whole hold my hand. I'm telling you like my baby said, man, this is famous. I'm about to put on a t-shirt. Everybody gotta hold these niggas' hands out here, B. I gotta just get yourself together, man. Get yourself together, man. We trying to, trying to age you. Be diligent, do your own study, do your own checking, and all that, man. And all praises to the Most High, y'all, for a sound mind, man, and not to be led astray with every wind of doctrine, man.
Hallelujah.
To the basics, man. Back to the basics, man.
Yeah.
Because running out all this extra, that's when you're going astray with all this extra. You concern yourself with extra because that's a spirit in you making you a busybody. I think Paul said something about the busybodies. Always concern yourself with matters, man. Sit down somewhere.
Yeah, sit down somewhere. Really.
Matter too weighty for you.
Don't even know.
See multiple wives for nigga. You ain't got no job. You don't know the
don't even know the commandments and knowing the covenant, but you want to know the mysteries and all this whole because I want to know that. Man, know the foundation. Know what you called to. Know what you're supposed to be doing. How about that?
Sit down, young buck. This ain't even. You ain't got time for that. Hell, you want to know. You want to study the layout of the temple in Revelation. Man, you better learn how to goddamn love your brother. What is you doing?
Yourself, yeah.
You trying to figure out about the sheave and the wave offering. You better somewhere. You worry about offerings and you trying to figure out what's in the oils or what's in the Kodash oils and somewhere. What you doing?
You know what? Truly, our people is a trip, man. Our people is a trip, yeah, man. I'm gonna say we because I was once. And every day, bro, we dying daily, man. We got to acknowledge that, man, and we growing and we doing. But there's some things that we should not. There's some things that even should not be named amongst us, man. Period, man. As a child of the Most High, Yah, I get that, frustration and getting provoked and but certain things like adultery and fornication, all that stuff and stuff like that, idolatry, being an idolater, that shouldn't even be named amongst the Kadash people, man, at all, bro. At all, man.
Beating on your wife, that's like beating on yourself. She your other half, she your helpmeet. Why would you beat that?
Right. Go take beat on yourself. Just take your fist, punch yourself as hard as you can. Boom! Right now, boom, boom. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what? Now, what needs to happen though, for you men out there that's beating on your women, I pray that the Most High send a man to whoop your ass. I'm gonna be honest. Whoop your ass. Kadash ass whooping. You need a good Kadash ass whooping. How about that? Yeah. I pray, Father Yah, that you will send a man their way to give them a good Kadash ass whooping in front of their wives that they beat.
Yes. Must be in front of their wives so she can have just one little moment of shalom and just
real talk, bro.
Dude, so she can call him to beat his ass again if he gets smart when he get back to the house. You know they gonna get smart when they get back to the house. Oh, you think it's funny, huh? Oh, they all hurt. These are the feminine niggas, man.
Cowards, man. Fight up on a girl, man. Fight on a woman, man. Weaker than them, man. Probably won't even buck up to a man, a real man when in their presence. You know what I mean? Quiet as a church house mouse, man. Man, these people, these dudes are something else, man.
Then two sisters, man. That's why I say, man, listen, we need to get Elder Shalem, man. All you single people out there that might tune in, glance in, whatever, get caught up on this thing. Listen, man. Take your time, young one. I know it's a song somewhere. Take your time.
Take your time.
So, man, we got testimonials for days. People that, it just took a little second. Took a little second longer. You know what I'm talking about? But all things can work out. to the honor and esteem of the Most High, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it's just sometimes you put a little more on your plate than you might want to handle. But he know what you can handle and what you can't.
Tell me about it. Like I'm one of the ones that went there that's going through it, man, for something that I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Something that
yeah.
I did, man, and still, still dealing with that thing. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, bro.
No, take your time.
Take your time, young man.
I knew it was something.
Mama
Yeah.
used to say, don't you rush to get old. Is that the song you talking about? You talking about something else?
That's the original.
Okay. Mama used to say, live your life. You talking about? Yeah.
See, Murder did a remake. Uh, slow your roll.
Oh, slow you roll.
Slow your roll. My nigga, no, what he said, you better slow your roll. The old heads used to say, keep your gun, young man.
Oh, he remixed that thing.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And in the name of the dude from H Time, slow down, talking about like I'm just saying, man. We need to do better, man. We need to do better for the people, man. They need to be having an open rebuke, man, in front of all, man. Open rebuke for men that's out there beating on your wives, man. That's some coward stuff, man. If you can't communicate with them with words, man, if you got, like my mom used to tell me, man, if you got to put your hands on them, you don't need them, walk away, man. You got to go, man. But if you over here, also, if you over there, because they telling you something that you doing wrong and you getting all upset and you want to put your hands upside it, you need somebody to go upside your head, man. Straight up, man. Because it's time that you probably done something that you ain't even listening to Most High talking to you and you still doing your thing. What if he said, what if Mashiach came down and just put Kadash hands on you and just beat your ass real quick, like rah, rah, rah. You know what I mean? You're gonna feel all butt hurt then, ain't you?
These
Keep playing.
organizations, man, that's out here spreading the folly, man, condoning the folly. That's what we got to root out of Yahshua. Really, all these so-called leaders over us, man. All these so-called leaders over us, man. We gotta come against it. The righteous gotta come against it. Now it's gonna be more of them than it is of the Kodash.
Oh yeah.
It don't matter though. It don't matter. One will put 1,000 to flight.
That's right.
So that's the first battle. Don't be looking at your TV and think it's about the police and about the government and all that. No, these goddamn agents among us is the first battle. Because we can't even gather the Kodash together because they being led to and fro by these wicked ones, man. Out here teaching heresies.
That's sad, man.
I hate to even analyze it and really go deep into what these people is into, but it's so baffling. Like it's like imagine you tell somebody about pick anything. You be like, listen, man, I got a white refrigerator in the kitchen. They
Mm-hmm.
going and they said, what white refrigerator? You mean that brown refrigerator? I'm like, nigga, that is a pure, ain't no way this is a white refrigerator. They gonna swear it's brown. You gonna be like, how you come to this conclusion? What are you seeing? What am I missing?
Right.
What are these folks doing? These folks kicking over my partner. What's going on? What's going on here?
I gotta keep myself. Yeah. I'll be. It's,
All right, yeah.
huh?
No. What you was saying?
Oh no, I was just talking out loud, man. But yeah, man, that's not cool, man. It's a lot of people, man. Ak Yehokanan, man. I believe Ak said something about a lot of people that made them put themselves in positions and made themselves, called themselves certain things, and teachers and did certain things. A lot of people didn't got found to these people, man. And I'm not knocking nobody as a like a. I'm only saying this for Africa, like really, man, to help the people, man. You know, the Most High is gonna do some humbling, man. You know, I'm gonna do some humbling, man. You know,
I
we got
pray
to
for
respect for one another. People act like when you saying stuff about something, you hating and stuff. Man, last time I checked, man, that's a part of love too, man. Correct me. Secret love, open rebuke is better than secret love. You hear me?
it. Yes, sir. It most definitely is.
Yeah.
It most definitely is. That's why we gotta gird up, man. Put a staff in the one hand and a gun in the other, man, and just do what's right.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. Them that practice righteousness is righteous, just as he is righteous, man. You know,
Yes,
so you know this is a lifestyle, man, and we doing this, man, until we perfecting every area. Like someday, like I might have a few areas perfected on some things, but then I might be slacking on this little area right there, which I may need help on, and that's just how it is. But that don't mean I'm start. I'm not. I'm working toward perfecting those areas that may not be perfected in as in other areas in my life. You get what I'm saying? This is a constant walk, a constant work, man. And the Most High know who's His, man. Y'all knows who's His. Y'all know who's doing what and who's putting what effort to what and who's wholeheartedly doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? I go through things like I can do some good, and then it's like when go do good, you got evil present always, man. It seems like how people say. Have you ever heard that saying that no good work go unpunished?
all right, definitely.
Y'all know the real. Y'all knows the real, man. You know. I love my people, man. We love our people, man. We really do. We emphasizing this, and we out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak, man. We truly do love our people, man. And this somebody got to be the whistleblower. Somebody got to come and call. Somebody got to say something. Somebody got to really make it, bring forth the truth. You see what I'm saying? You can't even be afraid of their faces, like Jeremiah, like the father was telling Jeremiah. Don't be afraid if I made your face like flint against theirs. Look, and don't do what I tell you to do and say what I say. Otherwise, I'm gonna make you look. I'm paraphrasing. You're gonna be looking stupid in front of them. You know what I mean? I'm paraphrasing. I paraphrase the mess out of that. Y'all get what I'm saying. I'm telling y'all get for you people that's knowing the script and stuff like that, when we be talking and stuff like that, even if we ain't reading from the book, if you familiar with the script, we in line with what we talking about, with what the script is talking about.
And I'm never really gonna really do the whole chapter and verse thing, man. That's for your own due diligence, man. I spend my time learning it enough to say it to you.
Yeah, I see what you're
I
saying.
had to pour in my heart and all that, so that I might not sin against my heart. But you
That's
gonna
right.
in verse stuff. Because a lot of these cats, they can pull all this stuff. They got the Bible highlighted and all that. They didn't concern themselves with a lot of weighted things, man. That's all they do. Study, 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 study. Ain't never coming to no realization.
Hmm.
Man, my
Ever
test.
learning,
Uh,
ever learning, but never coming to
yeah.
the truth, man. Look, it's about the kingdom. The kingdom. The kingdom is not word, man. It's not just word. It's power. It's ability. It's showing. It's ability. Ability is a doing. It's an action. That's what power is.
When
Show
you
me
say
your power. Show me your ability. I'm able
right,
to do it. I'm able
what
to do it because it's able to strengthen. Go ahead. I would say.
what has it done for you, man? I feel like Paul said to study to show thyself to approve. He meant to study so you can't be deceived, so somebody can't come and tell you something contrary than what the scripture actually says. Not for you to be just wearying yourself with all these chapters and verses and all this whole stuff to where now you can't even live a life because you spend all your day. You some damn like a computer nerd. They scared to go outside, scared to go live life
Man,
because you so busy being hemmed up and caught up. This thing's
right.
supposed to be a schoolmaster,
That's
but
right.
you're supposed to get out of school and go and live life.
That's right. Absolutely.
Out in the house. Damn couch potatoes out here for these scripts, man. Gotta get out here.
Hey,
Man.
and like you said too, man, the whole purpose of why you should be learning this word is that word. Like our ancestor Dawood say, man, that word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee. You get what I'm saying? So that's a living a life. Sinning is an action, and not to sin is also an action because you're doing something. That means you're doing what he told you to do, and you're living that life, man. I mean, come on now. We got to start being intelligent beings, man, and start living like it. An intelligent being or wise person is one that fear Yah, reverence Yah, and they reverence him by keeping his commandments and things. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, it's time. It's been high time. We in the season. Every day you're supposed to be doing it. However, we are in the season of atonement, man. Confess your faults, man. Let that stuff go, man. Turn wholeheartedly to the Most High by keeping his commandment. Love him with all your heart, mind, and the fire. And love your brother as yourself, man. You know, it got to be seen. All that word talking, words playing, lip wrestling, man, start seeing it. And for you people out there with the debate, quit debate, man. Live the life, man. Live it. You got to debate. We're gonna correct things out when times things need to be corrected because we got people out here that's not fortunate, that's poor in spirit. You know, and they need to know, and the errors need to be corrected like we're doing. So the eyes can be torn down and everything. Because if you got the right teaching in you, then you're gonna produce the right fruit. If you got wrong teaching in you, you can't produce right fruit because of the wrong teaching that dictates your actions. Because you got words that was given to you that's not right, and it producing something that's not right, and it's showing forth in life. So we got to do better, y'all. Right now, have to do better. You knew better, you do better. You better. If you knew better, you do better. You better do better. You better do better. We've been on here for a minute, man. How you feeling, man?
2 hours, 31 minutes. Yeah, like I said, man, it had to be a part 2 to that Nehemiah, man, and need to chop this thing down in little sections, man, little 30-minute sections, like a TV show or something for the people, man. Just give them a little bit here, a little bit there, or just go and do a real edit, even on the, like, I don't know. That stuff take time, man, to edit and splice a video and all that, man. That thing's something real. I need to pass it along to some of these couch potato niggas, man. Them, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you want something to do? I got something for you to do. Here you go.
Yeah.
Do that for me.
You want to do a good work?
Man, what you need, man? Can you spices and this for? Oh yeah, indubitably. Just bring it to me. That's
the nerve. With the nerve on side. Expeditiously, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, man.
Hey, how did it go? What we talked about before we got off the phone?
It went all right, man. It's just it was all right. Yeah. I got more work to do tomorrow, of course. You know.
Oh yeah, hey, by the sweat of your brow. You know what I'm talking about?
Damn, I gotta get this field, man. I got to get this thorns and stuff out this field, man.
Yes, sir. Thorns and thistles.
I'm in a garden, man. I got to get got to till this ground by the sweat of my brow, man. This is right here, boy. Tough, man. Woo!
Yeah.
Real, man. I see nothing but teeth. Look like a cartoon over there. He's all, yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's a work, man. I think the Most High, I'll be glad when we all come together, man. When I get with my brothers, man. I've been wanting to be with my brothers, man.
Tabernacle.
Get my family, man, and do that thing, man. Yeah, really like tabernacle for real.
Yeah. Did you get you a tent?
I still got that thing, man. I let her convince me. I was like, man, I'm gonna take this thing. No, we might as well keep it because we can use that for something. So
as a little sitting room, we need to get you a real tent, man.
We gonna use that for a sitting room. Like keep that for the sitting room, but then go and get a tent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're right about that. I mean, I don't blame you on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That
Yeah.
actually that'll probably be the spot for real. Everybody put their little chairs in there and everything.
Right. Well, they have to just post up in their tent. They can just come
Put on
post
the
up in there,
table.
powwow and all that other. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, might
Uh,
need to mark to put up under it. Get a
oh,
top,
tar. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
go on the ground. Cause last time, I mean, it was cool, but it was like it'd been nice if it was a tarp up under that thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna think about that. Get a tarp, y'all, with him, man. Get one of them tents. I was trying. I thought I was moving too fast. I really thought it was a tent. I seen the kind of structure. I thought it was a tent. I ain't really pay attention. I seen
Mm.
what I seen. I thought like, okay, this is it. Boom. Man, I put that thing. It ain't no dang tent, man. That's like a little covering thing. But I'll pray to the Most High Yah that He supplied all my needs. And I had brothers that had extra. Like, here, man, we can use this tent. Nice little tent. Thank you.
We
Yeah.
we planning on we planning on coming up to Tabernacles with Tiff, her daughter. I think sister Hananiah coming to Tanisha. She was on chop up with us. Her and her husband. Hopefully, that's the plan that we all gonna come together, man. So be nice, man. Last time I did all that driving on my own for real.
Oh, you
Now
did?
I'm gonna have to
You
leave.
sure did. You sure did. Yeah. It sure did.
But I got the baby and big boy. He gonna have to stay here. I gotta find a babysitter for big boy, man. She does not want him in that back seat with that baby, boy.
For real, huh?
Unless he ride in the front and she ride in the back with the baby.
If you was planning on bringing them like that, that was the only way you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
But
Me and big boy in front on the road.
is
I
he?
I'm trying to. I'm gonna see if all of us could go in on a van or something. One of them,
That'd be cool. Yeah, something spicy. You know.
because if it's like 3 families, we gonna definitely need a cargo van.
Oh yeah, something spacey. Especially if I was riding with you, I'd be like, man, look, I go in. Let's get a van or something, man. I want to stretch out. If I got to drive, I drive. But while I'm not, I sure would like to have some room.
Sub-miles,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
9 hours to get up on top of the mountain. If I ain't mistaken, 7 at least.
We was on the mountain knock, looking at all them stars in the sky and everything. It was so bright, man. It was so cool. I liked the little thing, man. That one night, man, when that storm came, the rain blew, the winds shaking everything.
Yeah,
And I woke up, looked, seen something, and went back to sleep. I ain't gonna lie, man. I went back to sleep.
And they told me that the coyotes was going in around the tents. I was like, hell no. Nah.
Yeah.
I ain't need to see no shit like that. Not in the area.
What was you would have did?
Straight bullets and everything going through folks' tents and shit.
Oh no.
I got a gunshot in my tent.
Oh man, it's a miracle nobody got hit.
Man, shit, I had to ping that thing.
Yeah, he said they was moving around looking for food, man. I ain't know that either, man. But we were straight. We on the mountain. Huh?
This boy fast as hell, man. I seen him morning today. I'm like, if that nigga ever wanted to get on somebody's ass, like he got that kind of speed, like nigga run like a cheetah or something. Like he got that full stride run. Not that, you know how some dogs like they run with all 4 feet, like one at a time. Like his run is like hops.
Right.
Yeah. Fast with. I said, oh, ain't no running, boy. You may as well just turn around and fight him.
I seen a video the other day, man. on what was that? Redirected, man. This lady dog got up under the fence, man. This nigga jumped on top of a car, bro, and screaming at the dog while he left his little girl down there where the dog was at.
No.
Man, go on now, go on. You gonna tell the girl, get over there. Like this nigga, man, if you don't get your big scary ass down there and protect your daughter from that dog.
See, this is the type of stuff right here. Yeah. I need to hear stuff like that.
No, he did for real, bro. I mean, it's very embarrassing, bro. He should be very embarrassed, bro. Like he jumped straight on the car and left his little daughter down there. The dog wasn't even paying attention to the little girl. I wasn't even trying to get to the little girl. So he like, you know, he was doing the thing. He probably just wanted, even though he probably wasn't gonna bite nobody or nothing like that, because the way it seemed. However, just the purpose, just the idea that nigga, you would jump on top of the car and leave your daughter down there, my nigga.
If anything, you're supposed to put her up on top of the damn car and try to fight the dog.
Exactly. You say your daughter, that's your baby. You daddy. You supposed to protect her. Nigga, you acting stupid. You silly, bro. Man, that's ridiculous, bro. You could have fought that dog, kicked that dog, man, any kind of thing. Dog get the bite, you could wrap your hand around the dog's face. My dog try to bite your hand, try to stick. I would try to rip that dog's face open, nigga. Bow! Pop his joints up. Yeah, you ain't just, you know what I mean? Choke him out. Bite his. You want to do something? Bite? I'll bite your. You want to bite? Yeah. Get real.
Doing it too.
Huh?
I can see you doing it too. Like it ain't even said that. It's like, yeah, he definitely do that. Choke him out, bite his ear. Pull his jaws apart. Yeah, he do it.
Yeah, he do it. So would, man. I got man. Let's see, man. I'm gonna try to, y'all willing, man. When is it? It's okay next month, man. So I got to come up with this little thing, man. I got to stack up some bread, huh?
You're supposed to get registered by the 1st of October.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not on front, man. I do love it when we come. I do like it when we come together, man. Pray like
having it. Huh? I said that's the only reason that I'm trying to go to that one. I love the atmosphere, and I know you coming. I think Elder Art coming. Even though I say he coming, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be more familiar than other spots or whatever. But it's other places that
we bringing our swords. He said, "Yeah, nay." Did you even know?
Yeah, you always.
Always. I get to redeem myself with the sights, the iron.
Hopefully redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Them so they say they got them too. They gonna come on down with them things.
All right. So it's gonna be cold this time. So we still gonna have that outside shower thing. Ooh.
Shit, I'm buying one. I'm buying it, but see, if it ain't no sun, it ain't gonna work. I'm getting a solar shower.
Oh, you getting a solar?
But even then, if I had a water, I'd find a way to heat it up. We'll find a way to make that thing work.
Now, when I come, man, I'm using your shower, bro. I mean that solar power thing right there is gonna heat and have the water hot, right?
That's the hope. That's what they say it do.
Right, because that little water that they had to that little water hose, that was cold, man. You got to ease your way up in that thing. You just go on.
I know that'll make a man out you.
You see me? You got to put a shoulder in. And yeah, man, get up in there, man.
After so long, though, after like you hit each shoulder, you really could just go on in there. After that, you really just be like, just get it, take it.
Right. I went ahead and just got up in there one time. It was hot one time in that little thing, man. And little thing, get up in there, just deal with it.
We could have a couple of them this time.
Yeah.
I think 150 people for a week. And another thing, I'm listen. I want to get a damn a toilet. I'm gonna ask people to chip in on the toilet thing, man. Cause I'm not trying to use no porta potty, man, with 150 people. I'm really
Now,
not.
you know what? It was cool when it was fresh and new.
Yeah,
First one, but after, like, nah, man, it's like the outhouse. It's the outhouse, man. I ain't trying to go in there. But now you had one.
the toilet.
Yeah, the porta potty thing. Not the porta potty. The little toilet he had. Yep, it had a little net stand and everything in it. You know what I mean? You can sit on the thing. The toilet raised up. His own personal.
That's what I'm gonna get. That's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get one.
Yeah.
But when I really want to get, it have a sink on it too. That thing like $200.
Oh, that's what's up. Wash your hands out.
Brush your teeth and all that in the morning. All that.
That's cool. I was brushing mine, where everybody was in the shower with the water, Yeah.
For my wife though and everything. Well, me too. Be honest with it ain't just her, but I'm trying to keep it comfortable, just in general. And then we have it for it'll be a lifetime thing in the world. Shit, when we camp every year for tabernacles, we doing it straight. And then
Uh-huh.
no electricity or nothing. It's all like pour the water in here and it pump itself and do all that, man. So glamping. That's what they call it, glamping.
Glamping?
Glamping. It's
Oh,
like
glamping.
glamour camping.
Oh, glamour camping. Okay, that's some fancy stuff, huh?
Basically breezy. It's real breezy,
A little breezy. Yeah, man.
The old school way, but shit, why if I ain't got to? See if I can have my queen size pillow top mattress and my solar shower and my toilet and all that. Now, if I had to sleep out there with nothing and had to shit on top of the ground, I'd do it. I'm a
Yeah.
soul like that. But shit, if I ain't got to,
Yeah, right. If you ain't got to, yeah. If I had to, I would too, I can be honest.
there's some people who couldn't do it if they had to.
Yeah, I know. Some people, they be acting too. Man, I sleep right there, bro. Find me a little something, make me a little pallet, like make me a little something to make it comfortable on my head. Where I can prop my head or something.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if I have my book down, put my book down, man, use it as a pillow. Put a
Sleep on
little
your
rock,
back.
right? Put a little rock over there, lay down. No, for real, bro. We soldiers, man. We can make it out. Made it out. Not before. I done done it before. I done slept outside before. I done slept in my car before. I done slept like I did. I got man. Times, man. It's man. Y'all is awesome, man. That's all I can say. I can say y'all is good, man. Y'all is awesome, man. It really is, man. I appreciate the Most High have for bringing me this far, man. People don't know your story. People don't know what you've been through, the traumas you've faced, and all these things unless you share it with them, man. They don't know the struggles you've been. And some people, if they've been in your shoes, they probably wouldn't even be able to make it like that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's crazy, bro. But everybody got something to say. Not in a positive way, in a constructive criticism way. I ain't talking about that. That's always good. For righteousness' sake and rebuking and correcting and stuff like that, and righteousness' sake. But because somebody got a secret hatred or secret envy or something, towards you, they always got something to say. On your people like that out here, It's crazy.
Yahukanon out there kicking it in Vegas. He on a little live. Well, he was on the live 29 minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
They like, man, they coming in. They like, man, I came in like.
I can't believe he even did a live. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. Let me see. I want to check him out.
Everybody talking about them 19 families, man.
They talking about the who?
The 19 families. About
Oh, in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? Why come out? Man, I got to learn how to use this. Why am I acting like a little?
That's when it greet
It's acting up.
the people, Shalom,
I'm
live
trying to see what he
Yokanan, and no breed. Well, y'all,
I can really I can pull it up on the thing on the screen. I can.
Yeah, man, do this so I can see it. I want to see it. I got to get back to the stream. Yeah, put it. I want to see it. I want to see it too.
I see Kenanaya, Ben Yasser, Rala.
It ain't live. It said it happened 29 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
Okay.
was like, how many minutes he behind? He on the west, so it's different over there, huh? It's about what? 8, 9 o'clock over there or something?
I think they're like 2 hours behind us.
Oh, okay. Make the thing full so I can see that thing, man. See, man, V, huh?
I guess they like, man, they ain't coming in. They like, man, this ain't. I came in like, shoot. Anybody that land down there though? Huh?
You hear it?
Land down there.
Mm-hmm.
You hear it?
Down in Atlanta.
You talking about the land? Some land down there?
Yeah.
92. Hey, Shalom, they coming in.
They need to make a little town. They should make a little personal town in that 92 acres since they bought that property. They can fence that thing out and make a little community, little town, man, and police their own little stuff, right?
Well, it's way to greet the people, the people. Shalom, live in Las Vegas with the Ak Yokanan and Newbury. Where y'all at? Shalom, Mark. Shalom. I see Kenanaya, Ben Yasser, Rala from Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, man, y'all at the people.
Okay,
Good. Live from Vegas. Live down the Vegas Strip.
No breed.
Building with the Ox. Yeah. Strong bill. We just coming through the strip, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing special, man. We just bonding. That's all. Elder Gerald, we looking for him some coffee while we hitting the strip. Yeah, I need that coffee. I just decided to go live. You know what I'm saying? I scanned the strip for y'all. So
my brother Yokanan had some of that yayi, my.
he sound like it.
He had some of that yayi, man.
It's possible.
Come on, IT, connect with me. ITE. We call it ITE community.
You still got some?
Hold on, I can hear you.
I said you still got some?
No, I finished it off.
Yeah, brother Gerald Payne.
I need to order some more, man. I need to get with him. What the hell?
But yeah, we about to bounce though.
Order some more too, man.
Let Elder Gerald from Flight of Faith Assembly and
I don't know what the hell's going on my computer up.
Tripping. Well, I guess we out, man. No sleep.
Hello.
Okay.
Man, let's close this thing out, man. I do gotta be to work at 9 o'clock in the morning.
All right, close us out. Close us out.
All right. Good job, y'all. We thank you for another day. We thank you for everything that you've done and for everything that you will do. We humbly ask for forgiveness of our sins, for the forgiveness of the sins of our forefathers, and for the forgiveness of the sins of all those that turn from their wicked ways to seek you, Father.
Yes,
We
hallelujah.
pray that you be with us and guide us and protect us, that you show us the errors of our ways, that we may repent and be in good standing with you.
Yes, hallelujah.
Pray for your Ruach HaKodesh to come upon us and strengthen us and embolden us, even to the point of death.
Yes,
Pray
hallelujah.
for the restoration and the unification of Yahshua into one mind and one way, that it be your mind and your way. Pray for the uplifting, admonishment, and conviction and redemption of the brethren and the sisters,
Yes,
that
hallelujah.
they may turn and flee from all wickedness and cleave unto righteousness and understanding and wisdom and guidance and prudence and kindness and long suffering. Pray for the healing of those who are sick, the strengthening of those who are weak, and the freeing of those who are slaves. Pray for the health and shalom of all the brothers who 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 truly seek you and who truly desire to help their neighbor. Um, the the health and shalom of our wives and our children and each other, Abba. We pray that your Malkuth come, that your will be done on earth as it is in Shamayim, that you give us this day our daily bread. You forgive us of our trespasses. We forgive those who trespass against us. That you lead us not unto temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the Malkuth, the power, and the esteem forever. In the name of Yahushua Mashiach, we pray. So be it.
So be
Hallelujah.
it. Be so. Hallelujah. Yes, sir. All right, my brother.
All right, we're gonna be doing atonement tomorrow. I'm gonna be at the gathering. We're gonna have a little gathering in Kansas City. We're gonna spend the night. Probably chop it up. Try to keep the try to be in the ruach of the togetherness and talking scripts and all that. So, I mean, if you want, well, yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
we do
Yeah.
another one tonight. I mean, tomorrow,
And
part
and
two.
then even with y'all when you there, you can include me in like I'm there, but I'm not there in body, but I'll be there in Ruach and be amongst y'all. Like, yeah, hey, what's going on,
We do
family?
the chop
Like,
up. Yeah.
man, yeah.
All right, all right. Well, I'm gonna get in there and see what they talking about, but I gotta get to work in the morning, man.
Okay, all right.
And my wife, she might be up. I don't know, with the
She might.
youngin up all night.
All
All
right,
right, man.
shalom, shalom.
Long, man, and y'all be easy. Hope y'all have a night of shalom, man, and be well rested, and you know
Yeah,
all all that, man. So
Saint
shalom.
and 12 tribes,
12 tribes,
one nation.
one nation. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.